Welcome, everyone, to South Kitsap High School here on Joe Knowles Field as the South Kitsap Wolves take on the Olympia Bears. We are happy to be coming to you live this evening on SKTV, Wave Digital Cable Channel 205, and also streaming live on the internet as the Kitsap Sun Game of the Week. I'm Darren Bowden, and joining me in the booth tonight is former head coach of the South Kitsap Wolves, DJ Sigurdson. DJ spent 15 years as the head football coach here at South Kitsap High School, stepping down after last season to take on an assistant principal's position here at the high school. And DJ, thank you for joining us at the booth tonight.
Well, thank you for having me, Darren. What a pleasure, and what a beautiful night for football again in Port Orchard. Face the Olympia Bears.
A great evening of football. We've just had a lovely fall all the way around here the last month since school began in early September, as the 3-1 South Kitsap Wolves will be taking on the 1-3 Olympia Bears. But better yet, what's more important tonight is what is at stake in league play, as South Kitsap, with a tough loss last week to the Bellarmine Prep Lions, losing 31-12, their first league loss, but still 1-1 in league, yet Olympia is 1-0. And every league win counts tonight, Coach.
Yes, it does. We just found out the other day that the top 4 teams from the Narrows League will be moving on to the playoffs at the end of the season. So from here on out, there isn't a game to be overlooked, and definitely not against the Olympia Bears with the school with so much tradition. Their kids are going to play exceptionally hard tonight.
South Kitsap is looking to rebound after last week's loss to Bellarmine, but off to a great start, starting under new head coach Eric Canton, former South Kitsap grad himself. And the Wolves, as they come running out on the field here tonight, are looking to gain a big victory. And DJ, what kind of game can we look here tonight from the Wolves and the Bears?
Well, I think from South Kitsap, what we need to see is a little better job taking care of the football this week. You know, Olympia is going to be a tough opponent, lots of tradition. They're used to winning, so we need to really take care of the ball. Last week, way too many turnovers to have to overcome. Although our kids played exceptionally hard against a very good Bellarmine team, we just need to shore up those things, and I think we'll be fine. And from Olympia, you know, we're going to see some hard-nosed football from these guys. They're very good.
Well, right now we are getting ready as the color guard for the South Kitsap High School NJROTC is taking the field, and the South Kitsap High School Band, under the direction of Mr. Gary Grams, will be performing the national anthem.
Until the colors have cleared the field. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Let's play some football.
And that was the color guard for the South Kitsap High School NJROTC just leaving the field, and the playing of the national anthem by the South Kitsap High School Band under the direction of Mr. Gary Grahams. And it should be a great contest here tonight. We have a nice crowd on hand as the South Kitsap Wolves will be hosting the Olympia Bears in a Narrows League matchup here tonight. And Coach Sigurdson, we were talking earlier about some of the strengths and weaknesses of both squads, but usually when the Wolves and the Bears play against each other, it's usually a very hard-fought game.
Yeah, over the years, there's been a great tradition between the two teams, and as of late, they've kind of gotten the better of us. I think 2009 was the last time we beat them, and that was actually the last time that they didn't win the Narrows League title, except for last year Bellarmine got it. But yeah, it should be a great game tonight, hard-fought between both teams, and both teams are used to winning, and both teams are full of kids that play exceptionally hard and know how to work hard. So I'm excited.
South Kitsap has some good, strong senior leadership this year, especially starting at quarterback, number 7, Kevin Watley, but he's got a couple of good running backs who also play a little bit on the defensive side in Adam Gascoigne and Bryce Broom, and I'll tell you, it's really fun to watch those two carry the ball. Yeah,
what a dimension they add to this football team as players. Those two young men are extremely explosive. They're very athletic, but the thing that's even more important is that those guys are extremely hardworking, and Bryce and Adam are not going to go down with one guy tackling them. As a matter of fact, I think tonight as we watch this game play out, you'll very seldom see one guy get either of those two guys to the ground. That's just a testament to how hard they've worked to get themselves ready to play. So a couple of very good players.
And Kevin Watley's got some pretty good pickings there at wide receiver with a variety of them, such as Nick Stoner and Ryan Camp and Tom Simpson. So it always helps to have a great running game and a quarterback who's got some receivers to throw to as well.
Absolutely. The balance that they've displayed so far this season has been phenomenal. And so with Kevin and having those guys that he can go to on the outside and get the ball to, and then they can do something with it. And what a nice addition Tom Simpson's been. What a surprise. He didn't play football not since he was in 7th grade, I don't think, and for him to come out and have the senior season that he's had has just been fantastic.
Well, the Wolves will be kicking off to the Bears as South Kitsap looking to get this underway. The Wolves are undefeated at home this year as they defeated the Kent Ridge Chargers from the SPSL League, and they defeated the Gig Harbor Tides, one of their big rivals from the Narrows League as well, and they're looking to stay undefeated at home as the Wolves come out here for the kickoff. Doing the kicking tonight will be number 17, R.J. Poland, and it should be a great contest here tonight. Just a beautiful evening with a full moon hiding behind the clouds a little bit there. And, boy, we've just had some great weather here this fall.
Hey,
no rain in sight.
Just like always in Port Orchard, Washington, Mr. Bowden. Sunshine and 70.
You bet it is. So the Wolves here getting ready to kick off. The Bears have a couple of deep men standing back near their 10-yard line. R.J. Poland getting set to kick off from his 40. The kick is going to be up. He's trying to kick it away. It'll be fielded down near the 10-yard line by Olympia, looking for some blocking up front, but not going anywhere. Nice tackle on defense there by, that looked like Adam Gascoigne right there, Coach.
Yes, sir. What a great way to start it off. R.J. did a nice job of putting that kick where that didn't give that return man any chance of getting a big return. The coverage team did fantastic.
That looked like number 4, Michael Napo, who was able to make the catch, or the kickoff catch, and is coming back to they're going to spot the ball at the Olympia 24-yard line where they will have a 1st and 10. They have 2 wide receivers split both sides, 1 lone man in the backfield. They're going to hand the ball off to the up man, and he's not going anywhere. He's stopped by a whole pack of Wolves right there. Maybe you've gotten one. In fact, I don't think that he did. Might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage where it'll be 2nd down. And I'll tell you, Olympia's going to have a long night if they can't create any holes up front.
Yeah, really nice job by Shaw Hess, the nose guard, getting off that block and getting to the ball carrier. Olympia's going to spread the field, so our inside defensive linemen and linebackers are going to have a good night against that play.
At quarterback tonight for Olympia is number 19, Caden Wilson. Wilson under center. They're going to send a man in motion to the far side. They're going to pitch the ball to the tailback. He tries to get to the outside. He's taken down quickly by the Wolves. Might have gotten one on the play, and it's going to be 3rd and long. Nice tackle on defense there. That looked like Shaw Hess again.
That was the right defensive end. I think that was Forrest Bingham on the tackle. But, yeah, Shaw Hess got his way over there again. Nice job by the front 7, getting themselves in good position and making the tackle.
Give him another yard on the gain, and it's going to be 3rd and 8 for Olympia. Wolves come up a little bit closer to that line of scrimmage. They're going to fake the handoff, and they've got a man. Wilson, and he's going to be taken down, and he takes and he throws the ball away. That looked like it could have been intentional grounding, but I didn't see a penalty flag as the whistles blow. And there is finally a penalty flag, because I'll tell you, Coach, that sure looked like it wasn't intentional grounding.
Yeah, that looks like that might be the preliminary indication he was in the grasp of Adam Gascoigne coming on the blitz at the outside, and it looks like he just kind of threw the ball towards the line of scrimmage, which is, intentional grounding, the signal by the officials.
Great job by Gascoigne getting in there, creating pressure, and Wilson was grabbed by Gascoigne, as you can see right there on the replay. But before he goes down, he just dumped the ball. And the official looked like he had just a little bit of trouble getting the flag out of his pocket, but he was able to do so. Penalty, and it's a loss of down, but it's 4th down anyway, so they are going to be punting from deep in. The punter is going to be standing almost at his goal line.
Yeah, it looks like the ball spotted on about the 15, so yeah, he's going to be about the 1-yard line punting out. Standing back at
around his 45-yard line is Bryce Broom, a dangerous return man, as the kick is going to be up, a little wobbly, and he's going to call for a fair catch, and he'll have the ball at his 48-yard line. So the Wolves are going to have great field position after they stop Olympia on their first 3 plays in their first offensive series from scrimmage.
Yeah, great defensive series by the Wolves. Really sure tackling, good pursuit by everybody, and on the pass play, great pass rush, and it looked like everybody was covered downfield as well.
So South Kitsap with a 1st and 10 here with 10:30 remaining in the first quarter of play. Glad everybody can join us here tonight. South Kitsap hosting the Olympia Bears as they come out with 3 wide receivers, 2 split to the near side. Kevin Watley is the quarterback under center in the I formation. Watley's going to take the snap and hand it off to Gascoigne in the backfield. He inches his way forward, gets down to near the 45. He gains a couple on the play where it'll be 2nd and long for the Wolves.
Yeah, on that particular play, the defense looked like they stunted everybody to the left and brought a safety down, and so it looks like we're going to be facing an 8-man front most of the night against the run. So hopefully we can maintain our blocks and break a few tackles here.
Number 8, Kyle Carpenter, split to the far side along with Nick Stoner. They're back in that I formation. Gascoigne, Watley's going to drop straight back, and he's looking for Devin Newquist, who runs a slant, takes a big hit, spins around, but gets the first down. Nice throw by Watley to Devin Newquist. And boy, I'll tell you, Newquist is one really good wide receiver for the Wolves.
He has done a fantastic job for the last 2 years, really, and it's nice to see him continuing this year. And so great execution by the offense again.
Wolves come out and they come out here and correct that. We've got a number, Tom Simpson for the Wolves, number 8. As Watley is under center, he's going to give the handoff to Gascoigne. He tries to get it off shoulder off of his. Oh, geez, I was trying to get the numbers right here, Coach, before I was trying to look down at my roster, and I get that. Gascoigne gets off right tackle until he's finally taken down out of bounds, but not until he gains 5 on the play where it'll be 2nd 5.
Exactly what we're going to see from Gascoigne right there. One person will not tackle him on most plays, and so again, that was him breaking the tackle at the line of scrimmage and gaining 5 yards.
South Kitsap with a 2nd and 5. We'll call it 2nd 6 actually here, as they're spreading it out here. 2 wide receivers to the far side. They're going to hand the ball off to the tailback in the backfield. That's number 24. That's Kalima for the Wolves. He gets a couple on the play where it'll be 3rd and short right at the 30-yard line of Olympia.
That was a nice job by Kalima hanging onto the ball. He got hit as soon as he took the handoff. You see Olympia is going to be stunting around a lot tonight in their front 7 when they bring that safety down. Those defensive linemen are real aggressive.
South Kitsap with 1 yard on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 5. They need to get down just inside the 25-yard line. Watley looking over the defense, under center. He's going to drop back, almost trips a little bit. He's got a man on the slant, and it's intercepted by Olympia. Taking it at the 40. He's at the 50, at the 40. He's going to go all the way in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Olympia. There is a penalty flag on the play back at the 48-yard line. Check the touchdown. But it looked like the ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I couldn't see exactly what happened, whether Kevin's arm got hit or the ball got tipped at the line of scrimmage, but it just kind of fell right into the outside linebacker, Alex Johnson's arms, just kind of standing there waiting for it.
And it was an illegal block in the back, so the pick six will not stand, but Olympia will retain possession after the interception. Looked like Watley was under pressure a little bit, and as he tried to throw the pass to his left on the slant, looked like he got tipped in the air, and Olympia gets the turnover. So with the block in the back, however, Olympia will have the ball back at their own 38-yard line. But a key interception there by the Olympia to take away some momentum going by the Wolves.
Yeah, really nice job by Olympia's defense bringing some pressure, and then a nice job by the linebacker just being ready for what looked like a tip ball falling right into his lap. So let's see how the Wolves respond. A little bit of adversity early in the game.
So Olympia comes out here looking to capitalize on the turnover, intercepting the pass from Watley. 8:34 remaining in the game. Still no score in the first quarter. They're going to hand the ball off to the up back for Olympia. That is number 22 for the Bears at tailback. That's Casey Bond. As Bond is able to get 6 on the play, it's going to be 2nd and 4. So that's usually quite a momentum breaker, not only to get a turnover, but to try and capitalize on that on offense.
They've lined up both these first 2 plays without any running backs in the backfield, and they're bringing somebody in motion, so they're really spreading the field. See how the Wolves defense responds.
In the shotgun now, Wilson's going to fake the handoff, just keep it run up front, but he's not going anywhere. Nice job up front by the defense. Looked like Austin Knaus was up there. Adams, his dad, who's coaching on the sideline.
Right. Yeah, you had R.J. Poland and Austin Knaus in on that play. R.J. did a nice job getting off the block of that big offensive lineman and getting underneath the quarterback's legs.
No gain on the we might give 1 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 4 for Olympia. The ball spotted at about the 49-yard line near midfield. Wilson, now actually they're going to send the man back. That is number 4. That's Naipo, who takes it, sort of a wildcat formation. They're going to hand the ball off to the man coming on the side, and he is trying to power his way to the first down, but I don't think he's going to get it. He's going to come up just a little bit short.
Yeah, that was Mitchell Fettig. That's the first time we've seen him get the ball on offense. He's kind of their marquee guy. So that's a nice job by the Wolves defense, keeping him from getting that first down. Let's see if this is a great opportunity for a fake punt. Hopefully our defense will be ready. What a great job of overcoming that turnover. Nice job by the defense.
Good job by South Kitsap responding to that turnover, the interception that gave Olympia a new offensive series of downs, but 3 and out, and they're going to punt the ball away as Bryce Broom is back to receive the punt, and he's going to let it take a bounce, and it did touch a player. He tried to pick it up. It looked like it touched an Olympia Bear. But he did try and pick it up. There was no initial call by the officials, but South Kitsap will retain possession, and they will have a 1st and 10 from their own. And it is. That's what I thought. It was touched by an Olympia Bear, and so it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Yeah, that's first touch. So as soon as Olympia touches it, we're going to get possession of the ball where he touched it, so it's okay for Bryce to pick it up and try to make a play. Well, that was a heads-up play by Bryce Broom.
So South Kitsap will come out here on their 2nd offensive series. The officials are going to, time is stopped here just for a moment.
Yeah, it looks like Olympia broke the huddle with 12 men on the field on defense. So as much as they'd like to use that extra defender to stop the Wolves, they're not going to be allowed to do that.
So right off the bat after the punt, Olympia is going to have, and actually it looks like it's an unsportsmanlike conduct call by Olympia. So instead of the Wolves having the ball at their own 22, they are going to get the ball at their own 37-yard line. So maybe tempers flaring just a little bit there.
Boy, it sure looked like they were getting them for 12 men on the field. It must have been just a personal foul because they stayed out on the field, weren't trying to get off.
They're going to pitch the ball to the tailback for the Wolves. That's Marshad DeWalt, the sophomore. And he had a great game a couple weeks ago when he played against Gig Harbor, and boy, he's a hard little worker there at tailback.
You know, he's very athletic, and as you can see, he's built so low to the ground. I think people mistake and think, oh, he's just a big kid, but he's a tremendous athlete. And he's actually played very well every week in all of their victories. Even against Bellarmine last week, he had a huge impact, caused a fumble early in the game, and then had a great run down there that led to their first touchdown.
Bryce Broom in at fullback. Gascoigne is the tailback. Watley is going to hand the ball off to Gascoigne. He's got a nice little hole, stutter steps. Keith stays on his feet. He avoids some tacklers. Great run by Gascoigne and gets all the way down to the 36-yard line of Olympia. What a nice run there by Gascoigne. But more importantly, Coach, he had a nice hole there created by the offensive line.
Offensive line did a great job on that play, opening it up right up through the middle, and Adam again breaking tackles and running through arm tackles and doing what he does. So
the Wolves have a 1st and 10, getting a little bit of that momentum swing. They're going to stop. It's at the 36. Big run by Adam Gascoigne. Watley is going to pitch the ball. They're going to try and get outside, gets a block from Broom. He tries to cut around the corner, and he does. There he comes up, stays on his feet, but a penalty flag comes flying in on the far side of the field. He will have the first down if the penalty, pending the penalty, and usually that's maybe kind of in an area of holding.
Yeah, it's either going to be a hold by the wide receiver, or I'm not sure if they're going to try to get Bryce for a block in the back. Oh, they're going to call holding, so that's going to be either on the offensive tackle or on the wide receiver. I sure didn't see it, but looked like Bryce Broom had a great block. A little bit of adversity. This is high school football. Got to overcome and keep on keeping on. So I'm sure they'll do fine after this.
So the holding penalty will move the Wolves back. They'll have the ball at the Olympia 40-yard line, where it will be 1st and 14 to go. South Kitsap coming out here. Score still tied at 0-0 with nearing 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. South Kitsap looking to get some points on the board. Watley is going to fake the handoff, roll to his left. He's flushed out of the pocket, and he throws a little dumper. He was looking for Broom in the flat, but good pressure on defense there by Olympia, and the pass is incomplete, where it will be 2nd and 10, but good pressure there by Olympia up front on that D-line.
Yeah, that was a nice job by the outside linebacker, Tanner Hartshock from Olympia. He came up and got his hands up in the passing lane, tipped it, got a piece of that ball, knocked it down.
2nd and 14 for the Wolves. Ball's at the 40-yard line. Nearing 5 minutes left here in the first quarter of play. South Kitsap in that I formation. Kalima is in at tailback for the Wolves. They're going to send him in motion. They're going to pitch it to Kalima. He gets a nice block, makes a cut up, and he is taken down by a couple of Bears, but not until he gets to the 33-yard line for the Wolves. So he gets a little bit back where it'll still be. It's going to be about 3rd and 8 yards to go.
Yeah, really nice job by Kalima seeing that block and turning it up. And now he gets them into a really good situation. They have actually 2 downs to get this first down, because you're not going to punt the ball on 4th down from this yard line. So let's see what they have in store. You know, they've been spreading the field really well, not lining up with the tight end anymore, and so it kind of forces the defense to spread out. Nice job by Kaleem finding the seams.
Spot the ball at the 34-yard line. Now the Wolves had 4 wide receivers, double each side. The lone setback is Kalima. Watley is going to hand the ball off to Kalima. He gets to the outside. Nice seal by the offensive line. The Bears are right there, but boy, what a great job by that left side of the offense.
Really nice job by the left side of the offensive line. They had that whole defensive end and defensive tackle and inside backer bottled up, and Kalima did a nice job of reading it and bouncing outside and getting the yards, getting enough for the first down. Great job.
The Wolves have a first down at the Olympia 23-yard line.
Boy, nice job by Damian Medeiros and Austin Knaus, and then the inside receiver also, I believe it was Bryce Broom. They did a great job of sealing down that side.
Just under 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. The Wolves come out, do that double wide receiver both sides of the field.
Marshad DeWalt's into the game. Let's see if they give him the ball.
Setback. They're going to pitch the ball to DeWalt, and he's going to barrel his way through the right side. A few more Bears are right there, but he takes a little bit of a pounding, but keeps his legs driving. He's going to gain a couple on the play. We'll call it a gain of 1. We're going to call it 2. and it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Wolves. But it's got to be nice when you have at least about 3 guys who can run the ball at tailback.
Oh boy, it really takes a load off, and so then those guys can go play defense and be effective over there. That was a good job by Olympia's defense getting off blocks, a lot better than the last play we saw.
The Wolves come out here. They're going to send a couple of wide receivers each side now. Bryce Broom, usually the fullback, is in the slot position on the far side, along with Tom Simpson. Watley's under center. He's going to fake the pitch. He's rolling to his left. He's got a man flushed under his pocket, and he underthrows his intended receiver on the opposite side. That's always a tough pass to make there. Watley was rolling to his left, tried to throw back across his body to the right side.
Yeah, his feet were set to throw out to his left, and he, at the last second, tried to just use his arm to get it out to the right. Just didn't quite have enough on it, and Olympia's defense was right there to knock him down, but nice job avoiding the sack and getting rid of the ball by Kevin.
It's going to be 3rd and 8. The ball is at the Olympia 21-yard line. Wolves are spreading it out once again. They've been in this formation for a little bit. Gascoigne is the lone setback. They're going to hand the ball off to Gascoigne. He bounces to the outside. He puts his head down, gets around the corner. Then he gets to the outside before he is ridden down and taken down, but not until he gets to the, we're going to call that the 12-yard line, where it'll be, boy, it's going to be real close. It is. It's going to be a first down for the Wolves.
Yeah, great job by Gascoigne there, showing his speed and outrunning a couple guys. And what a nice combination to have with all that speed and power. If he can't get outside, he can at least take a couple guys with him for a few yards.
And that left side of the offense has been doing a great job of sealing the defense and creating some open space for those running backs as they come out again. 4 wide receivers are going to hand the ball off to Gascoigne one more time. He gets to the outside, puts his head down, but a penalty flag comes flying out near the original line of scrimmage. And again, Coach, I think that might be in the area of holding.
Yeah, we did a nice job of getting on him, but then as they tried to separate, it looks like we might have had a little bit of jersey in hand down there at the end of the line of scrimmage, one of the offensive linemen. Not sure who it was, but I think that's going to be the call.
So instead of a 1st and 10 at the 12, it's going to be 1st and 10 from the darn near about the line of scrimmage. They're going to move it back to about the 22-yard line. But the Wolves are in business. They got into the red zone of Olympia. A couple of big running plays by Adam Gascoigne. And with 2:37 left here in the first quarter, South Kitsap is on the move, trying to get on the board first here. And now the Wolves are going to come out with a trips formation to the far side of the field. Gascoigne is the lone setback. Watley under center. He takes the snap, and he's looking for a man on the left. Nice catch by Devin Newquist.
A very nice job by formation spreading the field and getting Devin isolated over here all by himself, and just a nice, easy way to get almost all that penalty back. So nice job by Kevin and Devin executing right there. Long handoff.
To get the ball to the 14-yard line, where it will be 2nd and 12. The Wolves can pick up a first down. They stay in that trips formation. Kalima is back in at tailback again for the Wolves. And Watley takes a little 3-step drop. He's got Newquist one more time before he's ridden out of bounds at the 6-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd and short, as Watley is showing that Newquist has been his favorite receiver tonight.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, if it works, try it again. That's a great job by Coach Canton, going right back to that hitch. If that corner is going to stay that far off of Devin, that's just a long handoff. Kevin can do that with Devin all night long.
Place the ball at the 5-yard line. The Wolves can still get a first down. They need a couple of yards, and they're going to hand the ball off to Kalima with a big hole in the middle, and he gets in for the touchdown. Touchdown, South Kitsap. Kalima with a 5-yard touchdown run, and the Wolves are on the board first.
Nice job of the offense quickly getting to the line of scrimmage in that unbalanced formation. They had 5 guys on the left and only 2 guys over on the right. It was a great job of them catching the defense off guard. Huge hole for Kalima to run through. Nice job getting it into the end zone.
The Wolves have done a nice job on that series. They kind of got into their rhythm a little bit as the Wolves mixed the run and the pass. And Kalima for the Wolves gets in from 5 yards out. And just like that, the Wolves are on the board. But that's been always kind of the tradition here at South, where you just get a nice mix of the run and the pass, and you got to keep the defense honest.
Yeah, great job by the Wolves of executing, having to overcome a couple of those penalties in that drive, and also to get it in the end zone and get to 6.
The snap
And
is
now 7.
back, the kick is up, and it is good. With 1:53 remaining here in the first quarter, South Kitsap leads Olympia 7-0, and you can see right here, Coach, South Kitsap being in that power I formation as they create a nice big hole up there for them to get in.
Yeah, if you look at the formation, Coach Bowden, you got 4 guys over on the left, plus 3 guys in the backfield. So it's an unbalanced formation for the defense. They weren't ready for it, didn't line up, and we punched it in.
So South Kitsap gets on the board first, and they lead Olympia 7-0 as Kalima gets in from 5 yards out. And but a nice job by South Kitsap, like we said, you know, a little bit, just a little shaky at the beginning, and they were still looking good on their first offensive series until they had an interception, but looks like they've kind of gotten to their rhythm now a little bit.
Boy, they sure have. They overcame the turnover with great defense, and then they came back in their next offensive series, took it the length of the field, overcame, I believe, 3 big penalties, and punched it in the end zone, and that's what it's all about. You certainly can't get your dauber down after a little bit of adversity, and they're showing their true character. Nice job by the Wolves.
5-yard touchdown run by Kalima to put the Wolves up on the board as R.J. Poland does the kicking one more time. And it's going to be kind of a low liner down to the far side as Olympia takes it. And he's just stuck pretty hard there, led by Adam Gascoigne and a host of other Wolves.
Yeah, what a great job. A little bit of a low kick, and so that ball gets down there in a hurry and gives them a little bit more space. And what a great job by the Wolves closing in. It looked like we saw Nick Stoner in there along with Ryan Camp on that tackle, and really did a nice job of game tackling the return man.
South Kitsap leading Olympia 7-0 with 1:46 remaining here in the first quarter play. Getting on the board first for those of you who might be just joining us as Kalima for the Wolves gets in from 5 yards out, and the Wolves lead 7-0. Olympia now coming out here, and they are spreading it out. They've got 4 wide receivers as well, and they're going to hand the ball off to the man coming from the side.
Yeah, that was again number 7, and he's their fastest athlete. And you saw Logan Knowles do a great job of reading that play from the safety position, running downhill and making a great tackle on their best athlete, really, their fastest kid. So nice job defense again.
So Olympia actually with the loss on the play. That was Fettig on the carry.
Yeah, and a great read by Logan Knowles, the junior safety, coming downhill and making that very sure tackle.
At quarterback is number 4 for Olympia, Nipeg, who fakes the handoff, and he's stuck hard up front. A penalty flag comes flying in, but boy, I'll tell you what, I don't see how you can get a penalty for hitting somebody very hard.
I'm not sure if that was maybe a holding penalty, but I saw Deshaun Booker do a nice job of getting out of his pass drop and reacting to the quarterback scramble and making a great tackle.
So we'll have to check the penalty here. There was nothing on the gain, but there is a personal foul face mask against South Kitsap. So a no gain on the play is going to turn into 15 yards and a first down for Olympia.
Yeah, just unfortunate. Sometimes when the defense is making great effort to try to get to the ball carrier, they'll get their hand up a little bit high, and unfortunate. Obviously wasn't intentional, but again, a little bit of adversity that the Wolves are having to overcome. Playing very fast on defense. It's impressive from up above to see the speed of the defense both in the front and in the secondary.
So after the penalty, Olympia will have a 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Nearing the end of the first quarter here. South Kitsap leading 7-0. 1:29 remaining in the first quarter. Olympia coming out now. Looks like Caden Wilson is back in at quarterback.
Yeah, that formation where they put Napo back there at quarterback looks like it's kind of their Wildcat, their version of the Wildcat.
And the whistles are going to blow here, and that looks like it's going to be a little bit of movement. Illegal procedure against Olympia, so there hasn't even been a snap, and we get 2 penalty plays.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion. I think that they had 2 guys going in motion there with a guy going across the field in motion, and then I think one of the offensive linemen picked his hand up or something, and again, you can't do that.
So Olympia will have a 1st and 15 from their own 32-yard line. Beautiful evening here for football as the Wolves lead 7-0. Olympia in that I formation. They've got Kyle Alfonso in the backfield, and they're going to hand the ball off to Alfonso, but he's not going anywhere. Nice job by that front line, that front defensive line for the Wolves to seal those holes.
Yeah, very nice job by the front seven, reacted to the blocks of Olympia, getting to their spots, and then wrapping up and hanging on the tackle. You know, Olympia's got some athletic kids over there, and they can break tackles, so it's a nice job by the Wolves of hanging on.
It's going to be second long, second about 13, just short of the 35-yard line. We'll call it the 34. Naipo, who's been taking some snaps at quarterback in the wildcat position, is now split to the far side. They're going to send Fettig in motion to the far side. They're going to fake the handoff. Wilson's looking to his left. He's flushed out of the pocket. Oh, and it's almost intercepted by Devin Newquist.
Boy, great job by the defense. But on the outside, the corner did a great job reacting to the motion man, and there was nothing there for the quarterback to do with the ball, and Devin Newquist almost ended up with the interception from his defensive end spot.
Great pressure by the Wolves up front, too, causing that. That looked like the interception that was thrown by Wally earlier, too, because the ball was tipped, but there was a lot of pressure, so the Wolves returned the favor.
Yeah, really nice job by Nick Stoner at corner, reacting to the motion man and not letting him run his wheel route. The quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball.
Wilson is under center. They're going to get one more snap here, probably. He's going to drop back. He's going to look to his left. He's got a man. Now it's almost intercepted. Oh, I can't believe it. That was Bryce Broom. Read the pass beautifully, but it was still caught by number 7, Michael Fettig, and Broom was about a couple of inches away from a pick six.
Boy, isn't that how close it is sometimes. Bryce Broom showing a great deal of courage, trying to go for the big play, and Fettig was able to jump up and snare that thing out of the air and come down and make a really nice play for his offense. So a couple of high school athletes going at it out there. That was fun to watch.
So Wilson with the completed pass to Fettig, as Olympia is in business, getting past midfield down at the South Kitsap. We're going to call it the 47-yard line, as that is the end of the first quarter of play. South Kitsap leading Olympia 7-0. But, you know, Coach, it has been a great game here tonight, both sides. A steady, smooth game. Both sides playing some pretty good defense, too, when they need it.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams are playing hard. It looks like the Wolves had a little bit of the upper hand in the first quarter, but definitely no quit in Olympia. They're moving the ball down the field and overcoming a little bit of adversity themselves as well. So that's, again, just like we thought, as advertised, going to be a great football game.
South Kitsap looking to gain their third victory of the season at home, and looking to get their fourth victory tonight. New head coach Eric Canton, who was a longtime South Kitsap resident here, South Kitsap grad himself, played at the University of Washington, had a brief stint as head football coach at Bremerton, and then has been an assistant back here, just been coaching for a real long time too. Doing a real nice job with the Wolves this year. Yeah,
great deal of experience, and you know, he's going to bring a great deal of poise for these kids, and so you see them reacting to all the different situations, and they play through it. And we saw that last week. Even though they lost the game, the kids played through adversity and gave themselves a chance to win late in that game. And so again, we're seeing a couple of well-coached teams playing hard.
Olympia will have a 1st and 10 from the South Kitsap 47. They're going to hand the ball off to Alfonso one more time, and he doesn't get a whole lot, maybe a few on the play where it's going to be second long. But nice job by the Wolves, not really going for any big fakes. And
really nice job. Really nice job by the Wolves. That was a counter action, and they read their keys, stayed home, and made a tackle. That was nice to see the defense doing their job.
Second down for Olympia. The ball's at the South Kitsap 44-yard line. They're going to send a couple of wide receivers split to the far side. Caden Wilson is under center, sends a man in motion, and the whistles are going to blow before they could run it off, and that is usually in the area of an illegal procedure call, so we'll see, and it is. It's going to be illegal procedure against Olympia, so back them up 5 more yards. It'll be 2nd and 11 for Olympia, and the penalty flag bug is kind of hitting Olympia a little bit.
Yeah, it is. They're having a little bit of trouble. This is not anything that I haven't seen them do for the last 6 years, and so I'm not sure what's going on, where the confusion is, but they're having trouble with their motion man, getting a couple guys in motion at the same time, so they're going to have to figure that out.
going to be 2nd and 12. The ball is right at the 49-yard line of South Kitsap. Wilson is going to drop back, roll to his right. He's got a man out in the flat, and he overthrows him. The intended receiver was Alfonso, but Wilson threw it over his head just a little too much where the pass is incomplete, and it will be 3rd and 12 for Olympia.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure from the backside and a little bit from the front side, and both Austin Knaus and R.J. Poland did a nice job of getting their hands up and forcing that errant throw over the running back's head out in the flat.
So a big 3rd down play here for both sides. Olympia trying to get something going here, trailing 7-0 as Wilson is in the shotgun. And he's going to take it, drop straight back, looks to his left, then his right. He's looking for a man right down the middle. It's through the hands of the intended receiver for Olympia, and then it went right through the hands of a South Kitsap defender right there.
Yeah, first Alec Johnson had a shot at it, and then Bryce Broom had a shot at it, and I think even number 8 had a shot at that ball as well. But nice job. Defense was in position. Ball was a little bit high, and now we're getting ready to receive a punt.
Incomplete pass will be 4th and 12 for Olympia. They'll be punting the ball away here. Bryce Broom is standing back near, just inside of his 20, and the kick is up. It's going to be a wobbly end over end, and Broom is trying to tell everybody to get away, and I don't think it touched a South Kitsap man. It was awfully close. Olympia almost thought that they did, but it didn't. But the Wolves are going to get it. A nice punt, and it will be downed just inside the 5-yard line. They're going to mark it down at the 6, so the Wolves are going to have 94 yards to go to try and get back on the board again here.
Yeah, a couple close calls on that last one there. Devin Newquist almost blocked the punt, came right up through the middle and almost got to the punt, and then Tom Simpson trying to maintain his block downfield. The ball almost hit him, so a couple close calls on that one.
South Kitsap leading here 7-0 with 10:42 remaining in the first half of play. They break the sideline huddle after the change of possession in the punt, and the ball is at the South Kitsap 6-yard line. South Kitsap is going to drop back. Watley, and he's hit as he throws it. And I haven't seen it. No whistle yet. South Kitsap, and Olympia is going to have the ball. We have not seen anything yet here, and they do have it. Watley got hit. It looked like he got hit right when he threw it, and but there was no whistle on the play, and the officials are calling it a fumble, and Olympia recovered it in the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, so what happened is when Kevin got hit, the ball went backwards, so they called it a lateral. So they called that a lateral, never blew the whistle, and nice on Olympia's part to continue to rally to the ball, and they end up getting 6 points out of it. It looked like Nick Stoner had a chance to recover it in the end zone, which would have been a safety, and we'd be kicking off, but unfortunately he didn't get it, and the Olympia kid fell on it, and it's 6 points.
And I think that there was a little confusion there, even by the Wolves. They were wondering if it was just if they didn't know if it was a fumble or a backwards pass after he got hit, or maybe they thought it was an incomplete pass, thinking that his arm was going forward. But nonetheless, as we see the replay here, you could see the pressure by the Olympia Bears on defense, and when Watley drops back, he gets hit.
Yeah, they spread the field to try to take advantage of something they were seeing, and he just got hit right as he threw the ball. And you see, even though his arm was moving forward, the ball came out backward, so it's a lateral, so it's a live ball. The whistle didn't blow. And again, unfortunately, we weren't able to recover it, and Olympia did, and it's in the end zone for a touchdown. So the big play for the Bears.
The second turnover of the night here by the Wolves. The first one an interception, and this one is a fumble, and the Olympia Bears recover it in the end zone for the touchdown. And just like that, Olympia gets on the board, and with 10:29 remaining here in the first half of the play, the Olympia Bears tied up, and we're tied at 7, and it's been one heck of a football game here so far.
Boy, it sure has. And again, we've said it time and time, is that they are not going to stop playing hard, and so we have to do the same thing. Just an unfortunate turn of events for the Wolves there, but I'm sure they can overcome it.
Well, it could have even been a bigger disaster earlier when the Wolves were picked off on their first offensive series. But Olympia did not get on the board, so the Wolves responded well by playing some great defense after the turnover, as Olympia is getting ready to kick off from their 40-yard line. A very short pooch kick off on the left side, and Stoner taken down. My goodness, what a hit. Darn near looked like he was horse collared, but no call there.
Yeah, great job by Nick catching the ball and then hanging on to it on the tackle. I think it was Nick. It wasn't Chris Willett, was it? Was that number 3?
Boy, we checked the number right down there. I guess you're looking. I saw number 6.
Oh, I think it was Austin Beckham, number 6, who caught that ball. So nice job of hanging on to the ball. The only other thing he could have done is called a fair catch over there, but he had plenty of space, and looked like they might have had him by the face mask or the upper shoulder pad. Really spun his head around on the tackle, so glad he's okay. And nice play by Austin.
Well, now we're going to have an official's timeout here as the officials are on the far side of the field. South Kitsap went ahead first in this game, 7-0. Lil Kalima, who went in from 5 yards out, got the Wolves on the board first, 7-0, and then just the last series by South Kitsap had another turnover, their second turnover of the night, and they had a fumble, and the fumble was recovered. Watley was dropping back for the Wolves to pass, and with the defensive pressure, got hit, fumbled, and it landed in the end zone, and the Bears recovered it for the touchdown. And so just like that, the Wolves and the Bears are tied here at 7, and we're seeing here on the far side of the field, we're not quite sure what's going on down there with the officiating crew, but they're tending to something on the side here. Looks like they're tending to something with the chain crew down there.
Yeah, I had to work on that chain a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully I didn't mess it up too bad. Hopefully they can overcome my repair job. But you know, the Wolves have not been stopped by Olympia. They've had a couple of mistakes cause them to stop. And we haven't seen the Wolves punt team out here, so they're doing a nice job being efficient on offense. We just got to do a little better job of making sure we throw the ball to our guy and hang on to it.
South Kitsap will have a 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Watley is going to pitch the ball to Gascoigne, and he sprints to the outside, chased out of, and he slides into second base for a couple of more yards, where they're going to down it. The whistles blow, and there's an Olympia man down back at the 30-yard line, but not until Gascoigne was able to get a couple of yards on the game where it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, it looks like we have one of the inside guys down on the field out there. Hopefully he's okay. But again, Gascoigne, just like we said many times tonight, he won't be tackled by one guy. Unfortunately, that time the line got him. Sideline.
And that's what happens here in the fall is, the temperatures start getting a little bit cooler at night. As you've seen this many times throughout your coaching career, as the field can get some slippery conditions.
They don't call it slippery rock for nothing. Yeah, it gets a little slick out there when the moisture starts to settle on the grass, and even though we've had such beautiful weather over the last couple months, it's still, once the temperature drops and the dew point hits, it does get a little slick.
Especially on a grass field. Not too many grass fields left around. Most football stadiums that high schoolers play on are artificial turf, but South Kitsap still has this grass field and still can get a little bit slippery down there.
Yeah, it can, and that's an interesting point. I think every other game that we play this year, aside from Bellarmine and at South Kitsap, will be on field turf, and so yeah, it is. You get out here and you're on the natural grass, and you got to deal with those conditions. Well, it's nice to see number 12 walking off under his own power.
That's Randy Jones for the Olympia Bears, leaving under his own power. Glad to see that young man coming off the field.
He's holding something up to his chin. Looks like maybe he got a cut or something up there. Hopefully they can get that fixed up and get him taken care of.
So a gain of about 3 on the play by Gascoigne, and it's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Wolves. The ball is at the 33-yard line. Watley still in at quarterback under center. That I formation. And he's going to drop, look back to his right. He's got Tom Simpson out there. Nice catch by Simpson. Great run, tries to get in, and the ball does come loose, but he recovers his own fumble. But nice job by Simpson of yards after the catch.
A really nice job of execution. They're going into the boundary with just a hitch, and the defense is giving it up, and why not take it if they're going to give you that pitch and catch? And then nice job by Tom making something happen after the catch. Again, I cannot express how amazing it is that he's having the season he's having after not playing football since he was a 7th or 8th grader. He's just doing a fantastic job, showing a great deal of competitiveness and athleticism.
Well, he just picked up a big gain for the Wolves. The ball's at the 46-yard line of Olympia. Watley's going to drop back fake, and he's going to go for the pump fake, and he's got Simpson, and he just a little bit too far, but the pass is incomplete where it'll be 2nd and 10. But good coverage there by Olympia at the corner.
Really nice job by Jacob Wright not reacting to that hitch. You know, they threw a hitch in front of him on the previous play, tried to get him on the hitch and go, and he didn't bite. So that was a nice job by the defense. And a good job by Kevin of getting that ball out there where only our kid could catch it. So
2nd down for the Wolves at the 46-yard line. Devin Newquist and Stoner split to the far side. Kalima's in at tailback now for the Wolves, and they're going to hand the ball off to him, and he tries to go off left guard, keeps his feet pumping, but nice job on defense by Olympia. And then a penalty flag comes flying out.
Yeah, defense did a nice job. It looks like they caught us in a little bit of a slant, guessed right, and got to Kalima, and then it looks like we're going to have something after the whistle there. I think there was a little bit of action after the whistle. Not sure if it was against South Kitsap. It looked like the official was talking to one of our offensive linemen after the play, which usually means it's going to be on an offensive lineman or something after the play.
And it was a dead ball personal foul against South Kitsap. On the play, penalty flag was thrown near the 39-yard line. The officials are talking over the penalty there. And they are going to scoot the Wolves back 15 yards. So an unfortunate penalty there by South Kitsap, and it's a dead ball personal foul against the Wolves as they're going to scoot them back even farther. They're going to have the ball at their own 43-yard line where it is going to be 3rd and forever for the Wolves.
Yeah, unfortunate. Not sure what happened down there, but it was a personal foul on somebody, and we've got to do a better job of keeping our composure. This is just a little bit more adversity for us to overcome that's unnecessary. It's hard enough to get a first down against a high school football team like Olympia, let alone having to overcome your own mistakes.
Watley takes the snap. They're going to hand the ball off to Kalima. He dances his way around, and he is just crushed by Olympia. Number 45 on the tackle. Yeah. The Wolves just playing it safe, but boy, what a hit.
Boy, James Bagley really delivered a blow on Kalima as he came through there. Nice job hanging on to the ball, but what a shot by Bagley.
Huge hit there by Bagley for the Bears on defense, and this is going to be the first punt, I would think, for the Wolves, and they do. Number 15, Cooper Canton, the sophomore, who comes out to do the punting duties, standing at his 36-yard line. The first punt of the night, the snap is back. It's a good snap, and it looks like it goes a little bit off the side of his foot. He gets a little bit of a bounce, but not until it goes out of bounds at the Olympia 24-yard line where they will have a 1st and 10. So a great job by Olympia on defense there as the score is tied with 8:22 remaining here, tied at 7. And but like you said, Coach, South Kitsap has just made only just a couple of little mistakes, and otherwise they've been playing a great game here tonight.
Yeah, they really have. Olympia really hasn't stopped them. They've made a couple of mistakes and stopped themselves, but on that last drive it was a penalty. But up to that point, just those turnovers were the only thing that was stopping them. So let's see if defense can respond here again.
So the Bears offense comes back out. Caden Wilson in the shotgun, standing at his 20. He's going to drop straight back. He's got a couple of men under pressure, and he throws it into the flat. Oh, the intended receiver was Alex Johnson and went right through his hands. And it is incomplete. And boy, I'll tell you, they are lucky that a couple of those Wolf defenders didn't intercept that one.
Boy, they were trying to set up a little screen pass and take advantage of the pass rush of the Wolves, and it looks like they had it pretty well defended. So, yeah, you're right. Real close to being an interception and possibly even a pick six right there.
South Kitsap on defense here, trying to stop Olympia. 2nd and 10 from the 24-yard line. Wilson's in the shotgun. They're going to hand the ball off to the tailback, who barrels his way forward, keeps his legs driving, and he keeps going past till he gets to the 36-yard line. Nice run by Olympia there.
Casey Bond, a great job of breaking tackles and churning his legs up through there. I mean, there was a hole initially at the line of scrimmage, but boy, he really did run through some arm tackles on that play. Got a nice gain.
Bond picks up the first down for Olympia, moving the chains to the 36. They are in the shotgun formation. Once again, Wilson drops back, looks to his left, now right down the middle, and he's got a man wide open. The catch is made. That's Alex Johnson. Great pass by Caden Wilson, right on the money, and the Bears have another first down.
Yeah, the Wolves looked like they were in good shape over the top, but a little bit of a miscue on the underneath defense, and Johnson was wide open. A nice throw and catch for a nice gain by Olympia.
So Olympia is in business. They are moving here on this series. They've been running that spread offense, a little bit of a quick formation, and Wilson's going to hand the ball off one more time to Bond. He stays on his feet. He's taken down. What a nice hit, though, on defense by the Wolves.
Yeah, that was a nice tackle by Ilya Svetkov, but they're having some success with that inside zone, so they're doing a nice job on the front three, the defensive linemen, and the linebackers are getting blocked as well. So the Wolves are going to have to do a little better job of getting off blocks and pursuing getting to the tackle.
Another first down by the Bears. They get down to the South Kitsap 36-yard line. 7:28 remaining here, and the Bears are on the drive. They're going to set up the little screen pass to the outside. Got a couple on the play, not much, but still, they're just kind of picking away. That was Fettig on the reception.
Yeah, nice tackle by Ilya Svetkov out there in the flat, and also not Ryan Kemp, but R.J. Poland getting over there to help out from his defensive end spot. So we're pursuing. Right now, Olympia is executing real well, getting some movement down the field. So.
Caden Wilson in the shotgun. He's going to hand the ball off to Bond one more time, but not until he's hit in the backfield. What a big hit. That's Deshaun Booker, the junior for the Wolves, with the big stick.
Yeah, that was the same inside handoff that we've seen in the previous two long running plays, and Deshaun Booker sniffed that one out and made a great tackle in the backfield.
It is 3rd and 7 for Olympia. The ball's at the 34-yard line. Wilson drops back, looks down the middle, now looks left, and he's going for the big home run ball. And good! Oh, yes, you bet. A penalty flag comes down. But I can tell you, Coach, I think they're going to call offensive pass interference on that one.
It looked like both guys were trying to get themselves in position for the ball, and I think they're going to get Nick Stoner. It's kind of sided for the offense anyway. And then if you don't look back as a defender, they usually get you for pass interference. So. The one thing the Olympia receiver was doing was he was looking for the ball, and Nick didn't quite get his head back around as quick as him, so I think they are going to call the penalty on the defense.
Well, it was pretty close because Stoner had inside position, was doing a nice job.
Yeah, let's check out the replay, Darren, and see if that's what happened.
He's got inside position.
Well, they're both looking for the ball. That's almost a no call. Just a good play by the receiver. They're both fighting for the ball.
I think that could have gone either way.
Yeah,
because,
it really could have.
It would have been one thing if, and now they are moving back the other way. I think they're going to call it. I think they're going to call offensive pass interference on this one.
Well, it's going to be I think it could still be pass interference, but it'll be assessed from the spot of the ball, not the spot of the foul. So it's different than in the NFL. But are they waving it off? It looks like they might have waved it off.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. And I think you were right the first time. It looked like both of them were going for the ball, and it's going to be offensive pass interference.
They switched it up. Well, good. Good. We were jumping to conclusions. At least I was.
And then another penalty was assessed against Olympia as they are going to call
loss of down. Yeah, both hands behind the head is a loss of down. That's offensive passive interference is a loss of down. So
oh, okay. There you go. Well, that is different than some other rules that you might see in college or the pros.
Yeah.
And Olympia is going to be assessed an offensive pass interference with the loss of down, and the ball is going to send them all the way back to their own 49-yard line. So Olympia was on the move. They had a great rhythm going on offense, and then all of a sudden they are going to be punting the ball away. So a nice job by the Wolves defense.
Yeah, really nice job of hanging in there and not giving up the big play and making them drive the length of the field. And as is the case in a lot of high school games, you'll see mistakes that end drives, and that is certainly what happened on this one with the offensive pass interference.
We have an official's timeout down on the field here, so the Wolves did a good job on defense. The Bears, Olympia was on the move, and but now they're going to be punting the ball away just inside midfield on their own side as there's a little movement up front.
Devin Newquist can get there again. Boy, he is close every time. He's really timing up that snap well.
It hit the back of an Olympia player, and it will be the first touch right there. It's going to be down at the 25, we're going to call it the 26-yard line. So the Wolves escaped some danger right there. Olympia was on the move looking to get on the board, but nothing doing.
No, yeah, great job again hanging in there. And I just thought by the body language that Nick Stoner was showing after the play that they had called it on him. So good job getting his eyes back and battling for the ball. It did look like number 4 had him by the jersey and kind of threw him late before the ball came down on the PI.
Well, we thought it was because South Kitsap just stayed down there in the end zone,
yeah.
But it turned out to be different. So the Wolves are going to come out that spread formation.
See if we give it to Marshad. He's up back there all by himself.
DeWalt is the lone setback. They're going to have the man on the slant, but the pass is incomplete. It looked like it was intended for Stoner, or it was either Stoner or Simpson, but the pass was a little low, incomplete, and it's going to be second down for South Kitsap.
Yeah, there was some confusion on that play. I'm not sure. It looked like both receivers weren't quite sure what was going on, so they'll get it figured out.
South Kitsap, second 10 here. Just under 6 minutes remaining. Score tied at 7 between South Kitsap and Olympia. They stay in that spread formation. DeWalt is the setback, lone setback. They give him the ball off right tackle. He dances his way around, and he's finally taken down at the 35-yard line, but a penalty flag comes flying in from the back.
Yeah, I saw the official put his hand up to his face, so I think we got a face mask against the Wolves. Again, playing hard, sometimes your hand sneaks up in there to the face, and
a face mask call against South Kitsap will negate a nice gain by DeWalt, but they're going to move him back there, and so South Kitsap, a little bit of the penalty bug hitting South Kitsap as well tonight.
Yeah. We are having to overcome some of our own mistakes, so not sure what happened. I think based on body language again, it looks like one of the offensive linemen got his hands up in someone's face, and the official called it.
So the ball is at the South Kitsap 22-yard line. The Wolves come out in trips formation on the far side of the field. Watley looks that direction. They're going to throw it to Broom, and he spins around, stays on his feet until he's finally taken down. Looked like a little screen pass out to that far left side.
Yeah, for sure. Trying to get the ball in Bryce Broom's hands and see if he can make a play out there in space. And he beat the first guy, and then pursuit got to him. But good design. Get the ball to your athletes out there in space and see if they can make something happen.
Gain of 4 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 11 from the 26-yard line. South Kitsap needs to get to the 37 for the first down. South Kitsap coming out here. Now they're back in that I formation. Gascoigne is the the tailback. They're going to pitch the ball to him. Broom gets out, takes out a couple of Wolves. He reverses his field of direction. Then he comes back up the right side, but Olympia was right there to overrun him. Only a gain of maybe 1 or 2 on the play, and the Wolves are going to have to kick the ball away again.
Boy, yeah, Gascoigne was trying to make something happen. There wasn't any space there, and Olympia, great job pursuing and got to him. So here comes the punt team for the second time.
So Olympia, nice job on defense by the Bears, as the Wolves are going to have a 4th and 6, but they won't be doing anything too cute here right now. And like you said, only their second time punting the ball away tonight.
Yeah, and again, it's the result of a penalty. It's not Olympia stopping them. It's us stopping ourselves, and so we're gonna have to get that squared away. That's you work too hard and spend too much time getting ready for these games to negate good gains on offense with penalties. So
Cooper Canton, the sophomore, doing the punting for the Wolves, standing back at his 20-yard line. It's a little bit of a high snap. He does a good job, almost gets blocked, and it's a low end over end, takes one bounce, bounces out to the right side, and it's going to be a great bounce for Olympia as there is no return, but it goes out of bounds at the 47-yard line of Olympia near midfield. So once again, Olympia is going to have great field position here after the punt.
And again, it looks like that ball was partially blocked just the way it came off of his foot. So nice job getting it down the field, catching the snap first. It wasn't a great snap, and then getting the ball down the field. He kind of signaled as he ran over to the sidelines that one of them got a piece of the punt.
So Olympia with just under 4 minutes, 3:58 remaining here, going to try and get something on the board here before halftime. Caden Wilson is going to hand the ball off to Bond, and he is taken down from behind. He gets about 3 on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and 7 for Olympia, but nice shoulder tackle there by the defense.
Yeah, nice job by Deshaun Booker on the run through. That play went away from him, and he saw it, and he just ran through and tackled him from behind. So good instincts by the inside linebacker, junior Deshaun Booker.
The Bears come out, 3 wide receivers, 2 split to the near side of the field. Wilson's going to send Alfonso in motion. They're going to hand the ball off to Bond one more time, and he's just escapes the tackle. Boy, I tell you, that was really close. That was R.J. Poland, and he just missed a shoestring tackle.
Looks like we got another flag on this play. Yeah, R.J. really came off his block and dove and tried to make the tackle, and Bond just got through there, but he slowed him down enough for Pursuit to get there. So good effort.
And more yellow laundry flying here. Boy, we've seen an awful lot of penalties here in the first half of play.
I'll tell you what, Mr. Bowden, there's been a lot of penalties.
And you know, games like this can be decided on a couple of things: penalties and turnovers, and because penalties can ruin your momentum when you've got something going.
Yeah, they really do, and execution is key. And if you're always having to go long yardage, it just doesn't help. And we've seen a little bit of both turnovers and penalties tonight. Olympia has done a good job of hanging on to the ball, but they've had their fair share of penalties, that's for sure.
So move the Bears back to their own 42-yard line. Time ticking down, 3:16 remaining here in the first half. Wilson in the shotgun. He's going to drop straight back. He's got a man down, and he's looking. Oh, it's almost intercepted once again. The catch was made by Fedig. And once again, that looked like Bryce Broom again. I'll tell you, he was just inches away from another interception.
Boy, he saw it, reacted to it, and went for the interception. And Fedig just made a great job catching the ball. You know, you can't fault Bryce for trying to make a play. That's kind of, you want him to be courageous back there, but boy, it's close. And nice job by Fedig catching it.
They're going to hand the ball off to Bond, but he's not going anywhere. Taken down in the backfield.
Boy, really nice job. Shaw Hess coming off his block and hanging onto the ball carrier. Really nice job. He's undersized but extremely quick, and he has a tremendous motor. Shaw Hess. Last year was his first year playing football, and what a tremendous bonus he's been on that defensive line.
Bond with the carry, no gain on the play. It's 2nd and 10. Olympia is in South Kitsap territory at the 37-yard line, and the pass is complete. I'll tell you what, Caden Wilson has been just firing frozen ropes to his receivers, but I'll tell you, if he continues to do that, I just don't see how he's going to be able to continue to do that all night, because those Wolf defenders are right there.
Boy,
eventually someone's going to get a pick.
There was a defender right there, and what a great catch by Alex Johnson going up and snaring that thing. But yeah, Darren, I got to imagine a few of those are going to bounce off the hands and go our way.
And this time they're going to have a quarterback keeper. They're going to just try and get the first down, but I don't know if he got it.
That's going to depend on the spot. Looks like they might have gained a little bit, but I don't think it's enough for the first down, so it's going to be 4th down.
They're signaling a 4th down, and it's going to be 4th and short. I can't imagine Olympia is going to try and punt the ball away. I think they're going to go for it here. Yeah. All they need is 1 yard.
Yeah, they're definitely in 4-down territory, and the clock's winding down, 1:30 to go in the game, and so I think they're going to try to get the first down and punch it in here before the half ends.
It's 4th and 1 from the South Kitsap 27-yard line. Olympia's in the power I formation. They're going to hand the ball off to Bond. Oh, he was initially hit, and now the Wolves
fumbled the ball.
He fumbled the ball, and the Wolves have it on the turnover.
Oh, what a great play. Somebody hit him in the backfield. I'm not sure who it was, but somebody got a good piece of him. He fumbled the ball, and then we recovered it. What a huge turn of events. That stops the clock because it's changed the possession. 1 minute and 13 seconds to go with a little bit of momentum. Let's see what the Wolves can do.
Well, it happened to South Kitsap twice already in this first half, but now the turnover bug just hit Olympia, the first of the night. And a key one, too. Olympia was on the move, and the running back Bond was hit, and he fumbled, and the Wolves recover it at their own 25-yard line.
I'm not sure exactly who it was. It might have been Michael Beard from his inside linebacker spot. A really nice shot on the ball carrier, and that ball popped out, and we were rallying to it and recovered it. So huge momentum swing here.
Well, South Kitsap will have a 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line, and they just used their first timeout. They will have 2 timeouts remaining with 1:13 remaining here in the first half, with the score tied at 7. And just like Olympia was hoping to do so here, now the Wolves would really love to get into the end zone at least, or get some kind of points on the board before halftime.
Yeah, it's a really good opportunity for the offense to go down and execute the 2-minute drill and see how. I know they've been working on it, so let's see if they can execute it. I'd imagine Coach Canton's calling 2 plays right here and reminding them that they got to get up to the line of scrimmage after the play and get ready to go and listen and stay on sides, and probably everything will be on one, and just try to be efficient and see if they can get the ball down the field. This is a great opportunity for a high school football team to execute that 2-minute drill. So let's see how it goes.
South Kitsap 1st and 10 from the 25. They come out in the trips formation to the near side of the field. Watley is going to hand the ball off to Gascoigne. He's looking for a little bit of room, cuts right, goes back up the middle, but a penalty flag. He'll have the first down, but we'll have to check the gain with the penalty, which is back near the line of scrimmage, and I think that's going to be a hold against the Wolves.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's what it looks like. We're going to have a holding penalty against the Wolves.
And it is. It's going to be holding against South Kitsap.
Boy, it's tough enough to go down the field in a 2-minute drill without having to overcome these penalties. So they're just digging themselves a little bit of a hole, but let's see if they can climb out. Again, it's hurry-up mode, and so the clock will start as soon as the penalty's assessed and the official winds it. So we should be on the ball, ready to go.
So the ball would be placed at the 16-yard line, and the Wolves get back deeper and deeper with 1:03 remaining here left in the first half of the play. The score still tied 7-7. The Wolves got on the board first with a 5-yard touchdown run from Lil Kalima, and then Olympia got on the board with a defensive score. They sacked, they hit Watley on a pass, and the ball was fumbled into the end zone, and Olympia recovered, and the score has stayed at 7-7 for the rest of the half, as Watley's going to fake the pitch, and he's going to have the up back coming back on a reverse, and nothing doing right there though, because Olympia did a nice job staying home. That was Bryce Broom coming from the slot position, making it look like they were pitching the ball out to the left side, and he gets it, but nothing doing right there. I think that he stayed, didn't get much. He still, the ball's at the 22-yard line, and I think the Wolves are going to just try and let the clock run out, although Olympia does. I think Olympia just spent a timeout.
Yeah, Olympia burned one. No sense taking them into halftime with you if you got a chance of getting the ball back. So they got the Wolves in a long yardage situation, so they're going to try to see if they can get them at least to have to punt the ball and get another crack at the end zone. But South's been having good success running that pitch play to the 2-receiver side, and so it makes a lot of sense to see if you can misdirection them and bring a great athlete like Bryce Broom back around the other way. But Olympia was ready for it. Good defense.
39 seconds remaining here in the first half. South Kitsap and Olympia still tied at 7. South has 2 timeouts remaining. Olympia just burned their first timeout. They also have 2 timeouts remaining. South Kitsap not going to try and get too cute here. They'd really now just like to run the clock out, go into halftime tied at 7.
Yeah, we're in a little bit of a tough spot here with second down, and it looks like about 19 yards to go. And so, yeah, you want to make sure you run the ball, keep the clock running, so you don't at least give it back to Olympia with timeouts remaining if they, give them a couple seconds to maybe take one shot at it. But we got to execute.
South Kitsap has a 2nd and 17 from their own 17-yard line. They're in that I formation. Gascoigne and Broom in the backfield. Watley under center, and he's going to take the snap. They're going to hand it off to Gascoigne. He dances around, gets to the outside. Being pursued by that defense, but nothing doing right there. Might have gained a couple on the play, and Olympia is going to burn another timeout where it's going to be 3rd and long. So Olympia trying to create maybe something to where they might even be able to get the ball back.
Yeah, they're definitely going to force South to punt, and that's their plan. They're not going to go into halftime with any timeouts left. So I would expect South Kitsap will run the ball again here or do something pretty safe and make sure that they don't leave Olympia with any timeouts, and then go play defense for a couple plays.
South Kitsap needs to get to the 34-yard line for a first down. Olympia just burned their second timeout. They do have one remaining, so unless South Kitsap gets a first down here on this 3rd and long, Olympia will be able to call a timeout, and they would force South to punt.
Yeah, the only other way the clock's going to stop is if it's a penalty or an incomplete pass. So I would expect that we'll run the ball. Olympia will burn their last timeout, and then we'll punt it, and they won't have any timeouts, and see how well they execute the 2-minute drill.
Watley's going to hand the ball off to the up back. That's Bryce Broom. Doesn't get much on the play, a gain of about 2, and Olympia burns their 3rd and final timeout, as it will be 4th and long for the Wolves, and they will have to punt the ball away. So the Olympia will get the ball back. Not a whole lot of time left, but still 26 seconds left remaining here in the first half.
Yeah, given the situation, that was absolutely the right thing to do. At least he forced them to burn all their timeouts, and so especially after that first penalty. So they do get the ball back, but they won't have much time, and they won't have any timeouts. So we need to execute a little better than we have on the previous 2 punts. Get this punt off and go down and cover, and then play defense for a couple plays.
So the score is tied at 7, 26 seconds left. South Kitsap has a 4th and 12. Olympia just burned their 3rd and final timeout, and South will have to punt the ball away. South Kitsap would like to come away here with no errors and be able to go into the locker room with a 7-7 tie. Olympia should get the ball back with a little bit of time left on the clock, but they will have no timeouts remaining, as Cooper Canton is in to punt the ball away, standing at about his own 12-yard line.
Yeah, catch the snap, get
and
the punt off,
and
and
it
cover.
is back. Nice kick by.
It's a little better punt than we've had.
Lot better.
Olympia bounced.
Boy, talk about the ball bouncing your way for Olympia. That one was a pretty decent punt, and when it hit, went directly left. So with 19 seconds left remaining here in the first half, Olympia does get the ball back. They have the ball at the South Kitsap 46-yard line. They might have a couple of plays in them, but no timeouts remaining, so it's going to be tough.
Yeah, 24-yard punt. It looked like it was going to be a little better than that, but again, that it just took an Olympia bounce when it hit.
So Olympia is going to come out. They're going to send 3 wide receivers to the near side of the field. Caden Wilson's going to look, and he's going to air it up. He goes for the big bomb, and Bryce Broom, it looks like he tipped away, and it's caught!
Boy.
And it's caught by Olympia. That's Napo.
Boy,
it's incomplete. It sure looked like he caught it.
As soon as he caught that ball was tipped, and as soon as he caught it, somebody knocked out of his hands before he could maintain possession of it. So good, quick hands by the defense. Boy, that was kind of interesting, wasn't it?
That's what an offense looks for.
Yeah,
they look for a tip ball and hoping somebody else might be there. Boy, Napo was right there, but wasn't able to hang on to it.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to do the same thing again. The only other thing they could try is they had one guy up top that looked like he had pretty good speed, and he's out on an island up there with Tommy Simpson. They're up there by themselves, so.
And they are.
They're going to try that same thing again.
Penalty flag's going on, and they're just going to throw it up there as much as they can. And Bryce Broom gets up there and just knocks it down, but we'll have to check the penalty.
Imagine that, a penalty.
Another penalty on the field.
I don't know if the receivers were set or if there were not enough guys on the line of scrimmage, but they kind of threw it right away as soon as the ball was snapped. So
we'll have to check the penalty here. If there's a defensive penalty, they'll get one more shot. Well, there are two seconds left. It is against Olympia. They will still have a couple of seconds left here. And Olympia's gone for the Hail Mary a couple times with the 3 wide receiver set. And the Wolves are in prevent defense to make sure that nobody catches the ball and gets into the end zone. And they're talking it over with the Wolves defenders right there. As Olympia's getting a little bit of time, though, right here, Coach, to, I'm sure the play is already called, but gives them a little bit of time to kind of get set.
Yeah, they got a chance to collect their thoughts, and it was an incomplete pass, so the clock's going to stop, but they're getting plenty of time while this penalty is being assessed. So, yeah, they are going to march off 5 yards. I think it was an illegal formation. Nope, false start.
False start for Olympia.
Yeah, I don't think they were set last play.
Well, just over 2 seconds remaining here for Olympia, and they're going to line up one more time in that trips formation to the near side of this field. And Caden Wilson's just going to go for the home run ball, but I think this time they're going to hand it off to Bond, and he gets off right guard. He's got a little bit of running room, and he does get the first down, but it's all for naught, as South Kitsap and Olympia are going to go in at halftime tied at 7. We've had one heck of a football game here, as for your halftime enjoyment tonight, though, you're going to hopefully enjoy the performance of the outstanding South Kitsap High School Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Gary Grams. And we'll be right back with the second half.
Sports fans, this evening's halftime music is brought to you by the South Kitsap Marching Band under the direction of Gary Grant. Tonight's halftime show is under the direction of Senior Drum Major C.C. Boyd, Junior Drum Major Aaron Miles, and Field Marshal David Smith. Tonight, they will be performing 3 song selections in their first show, Fire. Tonight's performance features the songs In the Snow, A Medley, Getaway, and September. The bands would like to welcome 9th graders from Cedar Heights, John and Marcus Whitman Junior High who are marching with the band this year. drum majors and band, I'd like to thank the senior band members, section leaders, parents, the South Kitsap School District for their dedication and hard work in supporting the band. Ladies and gentlemen, your halftime show.
Each year, the South Kitsap volleyball team holds a fundraiser for breast cancer awareness in which we play a volleyball game, this year against Bellarmine Prep, to raise money for the Side Out Foundation.
Breast cancer affects many people, both in our community and throughout the world. As a team, we've chosen to make a difference. This volleyball game is our chance to help those who have known the effects of this terrible disease. In this, we are asking for your support.
In the last 3 years, we have raised over $60,000 as a team and community. This year, we are looking to raise even more for breast cancer research. With the help and donations from dedicated people and businesses in our town, we really can make a difference.
The South Kitsap volleyball team is asking for your help with this year's Dig Pink fundraiser. Every donation is important and everyone's help is appreciated. We're ready to do our part for the community. Are you?
October 18th, we'll be there.
We'll be there.
We'll be there.
We'll be there.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
I'll be there. I'll be there! Woo!
You wouldn't walk in the middle of the road, would you? Of course not. Then why do you do it in the commons? Hi, I'm Medestron, other known as that guy with the Keeleys and the tie. And did you know this area is actually used for walking? Shocking, I know, but you're actually supposed to be coming down here towards the tile flooring for talking and visiting, rather than the black flooring. See the white line? If it helps you visualize, act like there's a fence separating the walking area and the talking area. This is where we're at now, and this is where we need to be. So keep the walkways, well, walkable. It helps the teachers, it helps the administration, and it even helps the students. Think about it. You can get to your class a lot faster this way. I've been Matt Estron, keeping you in tune with school.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can hear you.
Hello.
Hello? Welcome back, everybody, as we'd like to we're getting ready to kick off the second half here. South Kitsap and Olympia tied at 7. Great football game here tonight at Joe Knowles Field on the campus of South Kitsap High School. The Wolves kicked off to start the game, and this start of the second half, Olympia will be kicking off to the Wolves, who will be sending back Adam Gascoigne and Bryce Broom to receive as the deep man, both standing back near their own 5-yard line. So we are getting ready here for another. It's been a great first half of football here as Olympia is kicking off from their 40-yard line, and it's going to be a laser right down to Broom, who gets the ball just inside, and they're going to fake the reverse. Broom stays on his feet, and he's tripped up, tries to hurdle over the would-be tackler, and gets out down to the 24-yard line. So South Kitsap will have the first offensive series here in the second half of play.
Yeah, nice open field tackle by Napo. You know, after that first half marked by penalties and turnovers, we'll see if the Wolves can execute a little bit better on offense and maybe not shoot themselves in the foot.
South Kitsap coming out to start the second half with the first offensive series tied at 7. They're going to come out in that power I formation. They're going to try and grind it out here as they hand the ball off to, I think that was Gascoigne at the tailback. No, that was Kalima.
Yep, that was Kalima on the carry. Yeah, they came out in that unbalanced set with 3 backs in the backfield, tried to catch Olympia and see if they could create a little running lane over there on the left side. Olympia did a nice job getting off blocks and making a tackle. Back in the same formation.
They lost a yard on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 11, and they're going to hand the ball off one more time to Kalima, and he gets to, he just tripped up a little bit, had a little bit of blocking up front, but was able to inch his way forward and gets out to near the 30-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd and 6 for South Kitsap. So right off the bat, the Wolves are going to try and the Bears are going to try and stop the Wolves here. They're going to come back out that power I formation, and they're going to hand the ball off, but not going anywhere. It was intended for Gascoigne.
Yeah, again, a penalty. Not sure if it was illegal procedure or if the defense was in the neutral zone, but yeah, false start on the Wolves.
South Kitsap with another penalty. We saw a lot of penalty flags thrown in the first half on both sides of the field. And the Wolves are going to, they had a 3rd and 6, now it's going to be 3rd and 11. So that penalty, the penalty flags there really taking a little bit of momentum away from both sides as the Wolves come out. They're going to come out in 3 wide receivers, 2 split to the far side. Kevin Watley under center. He's going to drop, he's going to look for a man out in the flat. That is Tom Simpson. Makes the nice catch and gets a few yards after the catch, and I think he is going to have the first down.
I think you're right, Darren. It's going to be, looks like it's going to be a first down by about a yard over there. Great job by Tom Simpson getting some yards after the catch. So, again, that's been there all night, and they've been taking advantage of it. So, good job going back to something that's available. That's just a nice job of execution by the offense.
South Kitsap with the big first down play here at a 3rd and 11. They get down to the 34-yard line. They are on the move. Watley's under center, 3 wide receivers for the Wolves. They're going to hand the ball off to the tailback. It's Gascoigne one more time. He gains a couple on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 8, but nice job by Tom Simpson right there, like you said earlier, Coach, about gaining yards after the catch.
Yeah, it's one thing to throw it and catch it, but Tom is doing a fantastic job and he's doing it right, turning to the outside, maintaining possession of the ball. You know, not going inside where all those defenders are, but staying to the outside and making a play. He's really doing a nice job.
South Kitsap with the trips formation, 2nd and long here. Watley's going to hand the ball off to Gascoigne. He goes off left tackle. Nothing doing right there. Gained maybe 1 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Wolves.
Yeah, it looks like Olympia may have guessed right that time. They slanted to the field, and that's right where we were going, so they kind of outnumbered us over there a little bit. But got to the ball carrier and tackled him.
Well, the last 3rd and long, the Wolves responded with a first down. We'll have to see how they do right here on this 3rd and 7 play. Little shifting on the defense by Olympia. Watley's going to drop back. He's got a man right down the middle. Oh, you bet. That's pass interference. Yeah. And the intended receiver, Nick Stoner, and he was just ambushed from both sides before he had a chance to make that catch.
Yeah, I don't think the linebacker saw what was going on. He just immediately got his eyes right to Nick Stoner and knocked him down. Didn't have any idea where the ball was. And you can hit a receiver in high school downfield, just not when the ball's in the air. So he didn't time that very well. Hit Nick right as the ball was arriving. So
and he got sandwiched right there by the Bears.
Did. Yeah, it wasn't just the inside backer. There was a guy hitting him from the outside too. So we're happy to see Nick back up on his feet. I'm sure he'll be back in the game.
So the Wolves are going to have a first down after the pass interference call, and they're going to move the ball all the way to the Olympia 40. We're going to call it the 47-yard line. So South Kitsap will have a first down in Olympia territory. 9:23 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. South Kitsap and Olympia still tied at 7 apiece.
Yeah, back in the unbalanced formation. Looks like there's a little bit of a seam over there. See if we can get to it. Oh,
there's a fumble on the play, and I think that Olympia is recovered. Oh, no, it's 2nd down. Boy, the Wolves escaped, dodged a bullet right there.
Yeah, it looked like just a fumbled exchange, and sometimes those happen. Looked like they were going to try to go away from the unbalanced set, and they might have had something going, but we fumbled the exchange. So 2nd down and 10 as a result.
A few substitutions for Olympia on defense, so the Wolves escape a very dangerous turnover that they did not commit. 2 turnovers committed tonight by the Wolves, 1 by Olympia. Wolves in that power I formation. Watley under center. They're gonna, and it's a little counter play to the reverse side, right up the middle. There goes Gascoigne, stays on his feet. Oh, and he's just shoestring tackle in Olympia territory, but not until he gets the first down. Nice run by Gascoigne to get the first down right there.
Yeah, really nice job of him using his blockers and not bouncing that outside. He kept it tight and ran it right up in there where the hole was. And nice play by Fedig. I've been saying all night how tough it is to bring that guy down. One tackler by himself, and Fedig did it there, but not before Gascoigne got a first down.
South Kitsap with a 1st and 10 from the Olympia 32-yard line. They are on the move. They stay in that power I formation. They're going to hand the ball off to Gascoigne one more time. He's got a little bit of room blocking up front, and he's taken down until he is pursued by the Bear would-be tackler, but not until he gains about 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5, and South Kitsap's got a little bit of momentum going here.
Boy, nice drive going here, and they're kind of pounding on Olympia a little bit. I see heads down in the huddle, and yeah, it's kind of nice to see them get physical. I know we're in good condition. Let's just check and see how conditioned Olympia is.
South Kitsap with a 2nd and 5 from their own, and they give the ball to Gascoigne, and he bounces off some tacklers, gets near the first down marker. His momentum carrying his forward progress almost got him the first down, not quite. It'll be down at the 23-yard line where it will be 3rd and 1, but the Wolves looking like they will get the first down here. And they are nearing that red zone of Olympia.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to, if they don't get it on this play, they're going to try it again. So they're definitely in 4-down territory. So see if they can get a push and get that yard. And I wouldn't be surprised if Gascoigne gets a little more on this one if he can break a tackle.
Watley's going to hand the ball off to Gascoigne, and he just dances his way forward near the 15, where he is going to spot it at the 16-yard line. But great blocking up front.
Boy, again. It's nice to have all that beef over there on the left side, but then you hand the ball to a guy like Adam Gascoigne. He's so strong. He does his own damage, too. After the offensive line hits him, then he hits him. So good job of being physical by the entire offense.
A nice sustained drive here by the Wolves to start the second half. Coming up on just under 7 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter, and they're going to hand the ball off to Gascoigne one more time, and he tries to get outside.
Yeah, they tried that counter play again. They used that last time for the first down, and Olympia reacted real well to that one that time.
No gain on the play, and it will be 2nd and 10 from the 16-yard line. So Olympia making a couple adjustments right there on defense to stop that counter. The last time they ran that counter, they got a huge run for a big first down, but nothing doing this time as the Wolves come out, staying in that power I formation in the back. Bryce Broom is one of the fullbacks, and they're going to pitch the ball to Gascoigne. He gets to the outside looking for some blocking up front. Then he tries to turn upfield, but a host of Bears are right there. But his forward progress will get him to the 15, so that was maybe the longest yard I've ever seen other than the movie with Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, nice job of Olympia's defense getting out there in pursuit. They really had a lot of bodies around the ball.
South Kitsap will have a third down. In fact, now it looks like they're going to spot it backwards. I thought that his forward progress gave him maybe an extra yard, but move it back to the 17-yard line, and it's going to be third and 11. So the Wolves need to get down to about the 6-yard line for a first down.
They're going to stay in that same formation.
Watley's under center. They're coming out. Gascoigne is the tailback, and they're going to fake the handoff. He's got a man out in the flat, and he throws the pass. Nice catch.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice throw by Watley.
Nice.
The pass was caught by Deshaun Booker.
Deshaun Booker on the catch out there. That's nice to see him out there. He's an inside linebacker on defense. Got a chance to play some fullback and caught a ball. That's a little bonus for him.
Very nice catch, and but it's going to be fourth down for South Kitsap. And I think the Wolves are going to go for it here on fourth down. They're not sending out the kicking team. It looks like they're going to let the play clock go down, and then I think South Kitsap is going to call timeout. They're going to burn their first timeout of the second half. So with 5:58 remaining here in the third quarter of play, the score tied at 7. And Coach Canton calls their first timeout to talk things over from the sideline. So what do you do here, Coach? Do you go for it, or you send out the kicking team?
Let's talk about this drive. First of all, we're fourth down and 2 on the 9-yard line, and there's less than 6 minutes remaining in the quarter, and this is the opening drive of the second half. And so they're doing a great job of maintaining possession of the ball, being physical on the defense. And so I think you can't make a wrong decision here, whether you choose to go for it or kick the ball. You've worn down the defense. You've got your feet back underneath you on offense. There's only been one penalty on this drive, and they're doing a great job. I would imagine that this is a little bit of an attitude play right here for Coach Canton, and he's going to send the offense on the field, and they're going to try to get a first down and just establish that they're going to be physical with this team for the rest of the night.
So South Kitsap will have a 4th and 2 from just inside their own 8-yard line. They need to get down to the 6. They decide not to send out the kicking team, and I like this play right here to go for it. They're going to hand the ball off to Gascoigne, and he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit on defense by Olympia to break in there and stop the runner. And he is not going to have the first down, although I think there's a penalty flag down. And we'll have to check the penalty to see what it is. I do see a flag. It's a dead ball foul, and it's an illegal procedure, so the play will not be counted.
I thought I saw the right guard flinch a little bit. There was a little flex in there right before the ball was snapped, and one of the officials saw it. So, yeah, we're on defense. But, again, I don't think you're ever wrong to trust your offense and try to give them a little bit of attitude in there. It's been a great drive. It was a physical drive. I mean, they maintained possession of the ball for over 6 minutes of that third quarter.
Well, especially
it was a dead. There we go. We're back. Yeah, it's not a shift. It's a procedure. So it's dead ball, and it's going to be fourth down again. We're going to kick it.
And so the Wolves are going to go for the field goal here. The ball is placed at the 14-yard line. This will be a 31-yard attempt for the Wolves. R.J. Poland is back to kick the field goal. A good field goal would put the Wolves up. The snap is back. The kick is up, and it is blocked. It was a low liner and didn't get a lot of air underneath it, and it was blocked by Olympia, and so the field goal is no good. And with 5:46 remaining in the third quarter, South Kitsap with an impressive drive here will come away with no points, but it's a great drive on offense, but boy, I've got to credit Olympia with a great defensive stop right here.
Boy, they did. They really stiffened up when they needed to, so. Looked like RJ, I don't know if that was blocked as much as it might have bounced right off of the backs of one of our guys, so get that ball up a little bit.
So Olympia with the turnover on downs. And they will have the ball at the 20-yard line, and they're going to hand the ball off to Bond. And Bond sidesteps his way out, he almost escapes a tackler, and he's going to get out past the 30-yard line. They're going to down him at the 33, so a big 13-yard gain. And Olympia, just like that, will have another first down. And I'll tell you, Bond has been getting some big openings by their offensive line.
Boy, very efficient job by their offense. There was nobody getting a hand on Bond until he was 9-10 yards downfield, and he did a good job of just being efficient and getting what the defense gave.
So Olympia, Wilson, and he's going to go for a man down the middle. It's going to be intercepted by Bryce Broom. Bryce Broom has the ball at about the 50-yard line. He's got a little bit of running room on the right-hand side, stays on his feet, and then he's going to be taken down behind by Bond. And just like that, what we were saying earlier, Coach, you better be careful when Bryce Broom's in the air. He's going to get a pick.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Looked like somebody was hitting quarterback right as he threw the ball. Didn't get enough on it, and it sailed right to Bryce, and he was ready for it. So he's taken a couple of shots on some other plays tonight and come up just a little bit short, but not on that one. Great job by Bryce Broom and the rest of the defense.
Well, you know, Caden Wilson has actually thrown some really nice balls here tonight, but you know, Broom, he's such an agile athlete, and he does a really good job of reading the quarterback on defense, and that time he was able to come away with the interception, and just like that, the Wolves have the ball back at the Olympia 21-yard line as Kevin Watley is going to fake the handoff, roll to his right. He's got a man out in the flat. Nice catch, and he's going to get all the way down to the 5-yard line. That is Ilya Svetkov with the nice catch from Watley, and he gets down to the 5, and it's going to be 1st and goal for South Kitsap.
Yeah, great job of that. You know, they spent that whole last drive running the ball down there, and we open up with a little play-action pass, and Watley gets the ball to Ilya Svetkov, the Russian rocket, and he takes it down to the 5-yard line.
Nice job by Svetkov getting it down there, and I'll tell you, you know, turnovers can really take the wind out of your sails, just like Olympia did when they stopped South Kitsap from scoring on a field goal, but now the Wolves get it back on the turnover, an interception by Bryce Broom. They got a 1st and goal at the 5-yard line of Olympia. And they're going to hand the ball off to, that is DeWalt one more time with the carry, and he gets close to the goal line, and he's going to make it all the way down to the 1. Nice run by DeWalt there at tailback.
Boy, that was a nice job by the combination of backs there. Ilya Svetkov with a great block on the end man, and then DeWalt keeping it up inside and carrying tackles clear down to the 1-yard line.
So South Kitsap will have a 2nd and goal from the Olympia 1.
We got an uncovered receiver. There we go. Now they're figuring it out.
And they're going to hand the ball off to
nice.
DeWalt one more time, and the big sophomore gets in for the touchdown. Touchdown South Kitsap, and just like that, the turnover leads to points.
Boy, it's nice to see the offense maintain that momentum and capitalize, and that was just the same exact play 2 times in a row. Great block by Ilya Svetkov and a great tough run by Marshad DeWalt. Nice to see a sophomore contribute like that on the varsity level. What a pleasant surprise he's been for the Wolves this year.
Well, the Wolves first got on the board with a 5-yard touchdown run from Lee Kalina, but this time they give the ball to the sophomore, Marshad DeWalt, and he gets in, and the Wolves will take the lead. The extra point is pending. The kick is up, and it is good. And with 4:13 remaining here in the 3rd quarter of play, South Kitsap gets on the board with a 1-yard touchdown run from Marshad DeWalt. But like we said, you know, that is Olympia's 2nd turnover of the night. And, you know, South Kitsap has done a great job. Both teams have 2 turnovers, but South Kitsap's turnovers have both led to direct scoring.
Yeah, we've done a really nice job of building on that momentum that's created from a turnover and taking it into the end zone, converting it into points. So let's see if we can go out now and get this figured out on defense and close this game out.
Well, South Kitsap with the score here, and they now take the lead 14-7 on Olympia, but still a great football game here tonight. Olympia was on the move, or excuse me, South Kitsap was on the move, and then they had a missed field goal, and Olympia on the turnover, their 2nd play from their turnover on downs, throw the interception, and a couple of plays later, Marshad DeWalt for the Wolves gets in for the touchdown. So the Wolves are going to kick off here. R.J. Poland doing the kicking.
See if R.J. can pin him in and we can cover this kick like we did a couple ago.
Olympia's going to try and get some of their momentum back as well. And finally, the officials blow the whistle, and Poland he's going to have a big kick, and it's going to send
nice
his man.
kick.
That is Fettig all the way back down near his 3-yard line.
We
and he takes the ball out. Nobody's wrapping up, and he stays on his feet. He takes a big gain down to the 35-yard line. Officially called the 34, but Fettig got the ball down near his 2-yard line, and he gets it all the way out to the 35. So being deep, boy, Olympia's still going to come out with some pretty good field position.
Yeah, he did a nice job of breaking tackles, and with an athlete like that, you gotta really wrap him up, and he's got great speed. So it's a good thing our pursuit got there before he got to get his head of steam up going down the sideline.
So Olympia will have their second offensive series here in the second half. They came out once before. Now they're going to be out of there. They're taking Caden Wilson out of there, and they're putting Naipo in there in the Wildcat, and they're going to fake the handoff. Then they give it to Bond, and he slips. He tries to cut upfield, and he slips and falls, and he's going to have a loss of about 3 yards on the play where it'll be 2nd and 13. So it looks like a Wildcat formation. They come out from the shotgun position.
Yeah, they got in the Wildcat and little counter action in the backfield, and the defense reacted really well. Bryce Broom and Ilya Svetkov were standing right there. If he hadn't have slipped, he wouldn't have gained a yard on that play. As a matter of fact, it would have been about the same result.
Ball's going to be at the 32-yard line, and Napo's going to hand the ball off to Bond, and he goes right off tackle, but nothing doing. What a big couple of hits down there by the South Kitsap defense. Looking down there, big Michael Beard.
Michael Beard had first contact. Ilya Svetkov was there. There was a bunch of Wolves pursuing to the ball and making that tackle. Nice job by the defense. Again, that's the same inside zone play they've been running that they've had a lot of success with. So not that time. The Wolves adjusted well there.
A couple of initial Wolves were right there on the stop, and then Beard showed up there and shaved a little bit more off of that as he tried.
He certainly did. Showed his physicality on that play. That's what Michael loves to do is run in there and be physical on tackles.
Wilson's back in, and he's going to go for the big home run ball, and and it's going to be, I think that time I think that was a good no call.
Yeah,
I still think that could have been offensive pass interference, but
number 4 does get his hands on our defender a little bit, but I think you're right. Good no call. They got their feet tangled up and they went down. You know, sometimes people want a call when that happens, but that was a good decision by the official not to throw the flag.
Well, Napo has a little bit of a height advantage over Stoner, but Stoner had great field position there at corner, staying with the receiver and turning back and looking at the ball as Olympia is getting ready to punt the ball. Oh, it's almost blocked.
I think it was
blocked. And I think
blocked.
it was slightly blocked, and it takes a South Kitsap bounce and roll.
Yeah, I think Devin Newquist got there. He's been close on several plays tonight, and he finally adjusted to that up back and got through there and blocked it. So big play by Devin gives the Wolves great field position.
So a little bit more of a momentum swing right here. South Kitsap got on the board with a 1-yard touchdown run by Marshad DeWalt, and now they just get a partial block on a punt, and they will have the ball at their own at Olympia's 47-yard line. So the Wolves will have great field position here with 2:32 remaining. This third quarter has been racing by, and the Wolves are going to come out here in possession of the ball one more time. South Kitsap coming out. They're going to have trips wide receivers to the near side of the field. Bryce Broom is in that slot position. Watley's going to hand the ball off to the tailback and doesn't get much there. Off right guard, gets down to the 47-yard line. That was Kalima again, a gain of 2, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. But again, we've been seeing this all night, that you've had Gascoigne, Kalima, and DeWalt, and all three of them doing a nice job giving each other a little bit of break and producing while they're on the field.
Yeah, very nice job of all the running backs of getting the yards that are available. That time Olympia they slanted right into the play, and Kalima hung onto the ball and got a couple of yards anyway.
So the Wolves come out 2nd and 8 in the I formation. Watley's going to fake the handoff, and he's pursued, and he slips, and the field might be getting a little slippery. We saw that earlier with Bond, and Watley, the defense was in pursuit, and he tried to stop and reverse his field coming up the pocket, but his feet slipped out from under him, and it's going to be a big loss. It'll be 3rd down and long for the Wolves.
Yeah, unfortunately there, Slippery Rock reared up and got one of its own. So Kevin his feet just got out from underneath him. Nothing you can do about it. He's trying to make a play and slipped. So let's see if they can convert. This is something that you don't necessarily have readily available in your playbook, is the old 3rd and 18 play. So let's see what the Wolves have in store.
So the Wolves have the ball all the way back at their own 46-yard line. Watley's going to come back. They're looking for like a little screen pass, and they have a man out in the flat. That looks like Gascoigne had the ball, but not much on the gain. And Olympia stopped South Kitsap on this offensive series. South Kitsap had pretty good field position, but the Olympia defense responded well in that situation.
Well, they really did. That was a little bit of a tough play. They had a split screen going. They had one guy coming in case they wanted to throw the middle screen, then Gascoigne out in the flat, and the defense covered both of those and did a nice job rallying to the tackle.
So it's going to be 4th and long. Cooper Canton comes back out. Will be doing the punting duties. The ball is at the South Kitsap 48-yard line. Fettig is back for Olympia, standing back around his 20, and the ball is, it's a high snap. Canton is going to pick it up. He's just going to go down on it. It was a high snap. It goes over his head, and Olympia is going to have great field position down at the South Kitsap 15-yard line.
Where that snap is really important, and having the ability to get to the ball on the snap so you can punt it is really critical. So we as coaches, we know the punt team is a very critical situation. You got to be able to take care of that ball and get it off successfully. It's really a quick turnaround when you don't execute the punt very well. And so unfortunately for the Wolves, Olympia is going to have great field position, and our defense is going to have to bow its neck here again and come up with a stop.
So Olympia, after the 4th down, it was a high snap. They have the ball at the South Kitsap 15-yard line. They're going to go into and Napo keeps the ball out of the Wildcat position, and he is going to have a big loss on the play, and he's dragged down behind by his jersey, but not until he loses a few. We're going to have a stoppage of play right here by the officials, and that is the end of the 3rd quarter. Boy, I'll tell you, that 3rd quarter went by pretty quick.
Went pretty quick when South Kitsap's running the ball for the first six and change minutes of that quarter. Great job on that last play by the defense of answering the bell. Big turn of emotion there on the poor snap, and that's a great job by the defense rallying. I think that was a loss of about 6 yards on that play.
Yeah, it was a loss. Looks like it was going to be spotted. The ball was at the 14-yard line, and I think it's a loss of 6, and they're going to have a 2nd down at the South Kitsap 20-yard line. But Olympia looking to maybe get on the board here. They trail by 7. They're trailing 14-7 as we get ready to start the 4th quarter of play here, and this is a situation, a must-score situation by Olympia. They've just, they've got to take advantage of this great field position.
Yeah. In high school football, with the way that the quarters are a little shorter and they run the ball predominantly, that clock gets rolling, and it doesn't sound 14-7 sounds like such a close game, but they really do need to get some points on this drive with this good field position. So big challenge for the Wolves to stop them, keep them out of the end zone.
So we will change ends here as Olympia, going from our left to right, they will have a 2nd and they'll have a 2nd and 16. They can still get a 1st down. They've got to get down to the 4-yard line. They're going to hand the ball off to Bond, and he makes his way up the middle. Not until he gains a couple. He gets near. They're going to spot it at just short of the 17-yard line, where it will be 3rd and long for Olympia.
Yeah, and guess who on the tackle? Adam Gascoigne coming off the edge, and he was the first one there. And we've said his name so much tonight. What a great job he's done on both sides of the ball.
So Olympia comes out here. They've got Wilson back in. They've got the I formation. They were doing that Wildcat formation for a little while. 2 wide receivers to the near side. They're going to send Fettig in motion. They're going to pitch the ball, get a couple of blocks, but he's being pursued by that South Kitsap defense. Big Michael Beard shaving off a few more yards.
What a great job also by Ilias Fetkov. They sent Fettig in motion, and he cracked Ilya. Ilya ran right through the crack block and made the tackle. What a great defensive play. And then Michael Beard came in and cleaned it up. Man, that was a very nice job by the defense there.
That was great pursuit by Michael Beard coming up to make the tackle and pushing Olympia back even further. who had great field position all the way down to the South Kitsap 14-yard line. And now they're back at their own 22 where it's 4th down, and they are going to go for it right here. Staying in that I formation. Bond is the tailback. Wilson's going to fake the handoff. He drops straight back, deep pursuit.
Oh, look at
and
that.
he's going to be taken down by
and a fumble.
The ball's fumbled. South Kitsap's going to have the ball. Great pursuit by the South Kitsap defense.
What a great, they were going to have the ball anyway, but he coughed it up and we got the fumble. But again, guess who on the quarterback sat? Adam Gascoigne coming off the edge, getting to the quarterback before he even had a chance to set his feet on the play action. So great job of responding after the bad snap, after the turn of events on the punt. Great job by the defense of responding. That drive netted a loss of 19 yards.
Great field position for Olympia, negated by some great defense by the Wolves, as they are going to come out here and they get the ball in the turnover of possession. Like you said, they would have had the ball anyway, but the Wolves are pretty pumped up right now as they're going to fake the handoff. He's being pursued. Watley is flushed out of the pocket, and he tries to escape being sacked, but he is still taken down. And they're going to have a big loss on the play. And, when you turn the ball over on downs, even though it was a fumble, one of the best ways you can respond is trying to sack the quarterback for a loss, which is what Olympia did.
Boy, it's tough. We're trying to play action them, but the defensive linemen, they're really just slanting and running up the field. And so you want to try to play act. You've run the ball so much, try to play action them, and guess what? The defensive end, he's not buying it. He just continues to rush up the field, and so consequently, he's right there to make a tackle on the quarterback.
Watley under center in the I formation. They're going to hand the ball off to Gascoigne. He's got a little bit of blocking up front, steps over one of his men, and he's able to get over the 35. They're going to mark it at the 37, where it is going to be 3rd and 7 yards to go for South Kitsap. But more importantly, the clock is ticking away here. And, in these kinds of situations, Coach, it's, ball possession is one thing, but you'd really like to run off as much time from the clock as possible.
Oh, absolutely. When you got a lead on a team like Olympia and you have possession of the ball, that clock running is critical. And so they're doing a nice job of it. Even on that last play, the linebacker blitzed right into the play. Great block by Bryce Broom and a great adjustment by Adam Gascoigne to pick up 5 yards. So that was a nice play.
Simpson and Newquist are split to the far side. They're going to fake the handoff. Watley rolls to his left. He's got a man out in the flat. That's Bryce Broom. He avoids a would-be tackler, and he is going to be just short of the 1st down.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kevin couldn't put a lot of steam on that ball because of the pressure, but so Bryce had to wait for it, and the defense had a chance to get over there to him, but here comes the punt team. Now we got to get a better snap this time.
And the last time the Wolves punted the ball away, it was a high snap. It went sailing over the head of Cooper Canton, and Olympia had the ball a 1st and 10 at the South Kitsap 14-yard line, but they were unable to get into the end zone or get any kind of points, and South Kitsap actually got the ball back on a turnover fumble on a 4th down play, but the Wolves now are going to be punting the ball away. Cooper Canton standing at about his 32. It's a good snap, and the punt is up. It's a wobbly end over end right to the receiver, and that is Fettig, who has the ball, and he tries to get to the outside. He's got a little bit of running room, and he stutter steps, and then he finally is pursued out of bounds, but not until he has a big gain on the play. Had a couple of nice blocks in the backfield, and Olympia is going to have some good field position at the South Kitsap 40-yard line.
Yeah, it was a better snap and a good punt that time, but our coverage broke down a little bit. We lost contain, and Fettig showed his speed out there. That was he was outrunning our perimeter, which is tough to do. We have good speed, and so he showed a little bit of his speed out there.
So Olympia comes out. They're going to have a 1st and 10 at the South Kitsap 40-yard line. 7:57 remaining here in the game. Olympia is trailing 14-7. Caden Wilson is in the shotgun. They're going to spread it out a little bit. Fettig goes in motion, and they're going to hand the ball off to Fettig. He puts his head down, but nothing doing right there. Guess who was on the tackle?
Yeah, Adam Gascoigne. Great job staying home, being disciplined, and then making a tackle in the open field on a good athlete. So nice job by the defense that time.
In fact, there is no gain on the play. Well, they're gonna call it maybe about a 1 yard, and Olympia is going to have a 2nd and 9 from the South. We're going to call it the 39-yard line. They actually have the original marker at the 40, and there we go. I was going to say they didn't move the down marker yet, but they just did. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for Olympia. They stay with a spread 4 wide receiver offense. Wilson sends a man in motion. They're going to fake the handoff, and he's going for a man right down the middle, and he's got him wide open, and he makes the one-handed catch. Touchdown, Olympia. Can you believe it? What a catch by Olympia.
Tanner Hartshock with a one-handed catch, had to turn back and look the other way, and then reached out there and snared it with one hand. What a great play by him.
Hartshock got in behind the defense, and he was able, and he did. He was turned to the inside, and Wilson threw the ball to his outside, and he turned around and he reached up and made the one-handed grab, held onto the ball, and got in for the touchdown as we have an official's timeout down here. But what a catch by Hartshock.
Boy, you know, that motion, and they faked the handoff to Fedig after he had come in motion. It looks like it might have froze the secondary a little bit for South Kitsap and gave Hartshock a chance to get down the middle of the field. And then what a play by Hartshock catching the ball. And I believe that was Naipo that threw him the ball, wasn't that wasn't Caden Wilson, was it?
Yeah, they had great blocking right there, and
it was number 4.
And you're right, Naipo was the one who threw the pass to him, and boy, he made a great one-handed grab there in his right hand.
Fantastic catch by Hartshock.
Great catch.
I think we got stuck watching the backfield a little bit, and so we gave Hartshock a chance to get behind him.
So Olympia gets on the board here, and they pending the extra point. We're just moments away from a potential tie game here, so very, very close football game here at Joe Knowles Field on the campus of South Kitsap High School, and Olympia is going to go for the 2-point conversion. They're in the power I formation, and they're going to fake the handoff. They've got a man out in the flat, and he's going to score it, and the 2-point conversion is good.
And Hartshock again with a fantastic catch. Again, the ball was thrown high, and Hartshock went up there and caught it, and we got another flag down. It was thrown well after the play. I'm not sure what we have.
Olympia scored on a touchdown pass from Napo to Hartshock, and they went for the 2-point conversion and converted. There's a dead ball, and there's an unsportsmanlike conduct. They didn't see which side it was.
Yeah, they didn't tell us who it was against.
Well, they're talking to a South Kitsap player, so it looks like it could be on Olympia, and we'll have to wait and see. I think it's a dead ball foul, post dead ball foul, so the 2-point conversion will be good. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Olympia, and Olympia now leads 15-14 with 7:07 remaining here in the game. But with the unsportsmanlike conduct, they are going to be kicking from their own 25-yard line. So South Kitsap should get pretty good field position here with just over 7 minutes remaining left in the game.
Yeah, again, you know, it's hard enough to go play defense when you're kicking from the 40, but now you got to, because of a little bit of loss of composure, we got to go back and kick it from the 25. So South Kitsap is going to have an opportunity to capitalize on this good field position. They just need to do it. Now's the time when you can't panic. They've been moving the ball just fine, provided they don't make any mistakes, so they should be okay. Just take it down there and punch it in.
And now we know why that third quarter went by so fast, because there were no penalty flags that we hardly saw. I think there was maybe one in that third quarter.
And not nearly as many as we saw in the second quarter, so they've cleaned that up a little bit.
Well, Olympia converts on the 2-point conversion, and they now lead for the first time. South Kitsap 15-14 here tonight. But with the unsportsmanlike conduct, they'll be kicking from their own 25-yard line. And they're going to kick it off, and it's going to be fielded by Bryce Broom at his own 25. He's got some blocking up front. Oh, my goodness. And he was just blocked back into his own man, and he was actually tackled. That was number 38 for Olympia, John Murphy, who hit the man. That looked like Austin Beckham.
Yeah, he hit Austin Beckham.
Went backwards, and Beckham was the one who actually hit Bryce Broom.
Beckham made the tackle. Yeah, that was a very physical play by Olympia there.
So
and that's
South
a tough
Kitsap
thing to do. Our front five are dropping back and trying to make tackles or trying to make blocks while the kickoff team is sprinting downfield.
So with 7:01 remaining, the Wolves are going to try and move on offense here, and they make the nice little pass. Watley throws to Newquist, who makes the catch at the 39-yard line. A nice play right there, a gain of about 6 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 4.
Yeah, really nice execution, and looks like Devin might have got the wind knocked out of him a little bit, but nice execution by the offense, getting the yards that are available there for him. So
South Kitsap called a timeout earlier. They have 2 timeouts remaining here in the game. Olympia has all 3 of theirs, or they have 2 timeouts as well. And they're going to hand the ball off to that was Kalima one more time, and he gets maybe one on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Wolves. So a big 3rd down play here for South Kitsap to keep this drive alive.
yeah, definitely a big play in the game right here. Let's see if we can execute and get ourselves a 1st down.
South Kitsap has the ball at their own 40-yard line. They need to get to the 43. Marshad DeWalt is now in at tailback. They send 2 wide receivers split to the far side. That's Simpson and Stoner. Watley's under center. They're going to fake the handoff. He's going to roll to his right. He's got a man flushed out of the pocket, and he's got a man out in the flat, and it is incomplete. Nice defensive coverage right there by number 27. That's Diego O'Brien. As Nick Stoner, I think, is shaken up on the play. He's down on the far side of the field, but O'Brien with really nice coverage right there. Watley had a little pressure, and he kind of sidearmed that pass down there, and it was incomplete, where it'll be 4th down and 3 for the Wolves.
Yeah, looked like Kevin had a little bit of pressure right in his face, did a nice job of avoiding it, and then by the time he got his feet around, the defense had a chance to recover and get out to Nick. He was open early, but it closed up late, and so, again, nice job by the defense.
So South Kitsap comes up short on the 3rd down play with 5:44 remaining. Olympia took their first lead of the game after scoring a touchdown and got the 2-point conversion, but South Kitsap will have to punt the ball away. Cooper Canton is standing at his own 29-yard line.
Yeah, we need to execute here. Good snap, good punt, and then let's cover this one.
Oh, and that's what it was, and it's a nice kick, nice little spiral. It's going to be fumbled, but picked up. That is Fedig, and he's not going anywhere. Good pursuit by the Wolves on defense, and Olympia is going to have the ball down at their own 29-yard line, where they will have a 1st and 10. Now, South Kitsap and Olympia both have only 2 timeouts remaining, but time could be a factor here now with Olympia having a 1-point lead and the ball.
Yeah, that's a great start to this critical drive right here. To have the last punt, we netted a -2. And so that was much better punt and coverage that time by the Wolves. So
it's been a great football game here tonight. 5:33 remaining. Olympia now leading South Kitsap 15-14. Caden Wilson is back in at quarterback in the shotgun, and he's going to hand the ball off to Bond. He puts his head down, not much right there. Gets down to the 30, a gain of about 1, and it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Bears.
Yeah, nice job of the Wolves. There's a lot of tacklers around the ball carrier. Good job of pursuing. We just got to keep that up.
Olympia, 2nd, and we're going to call it 2nd. Yeah, it's 2nd and 9, and the ball is just outside the 30-yard line. They're going to spread it out just a little bit. They send Napo to the far side of the field. Wilson is in the shotgun. They're going to hand the ball off to Bond one more time, and he puts his head down, barrels his way forward. He's going to be near a 1st down, and I think he will have it, and they will. They're going to move the chains.
Yeah, as long as they can do that, we're going to see a steady diet of it here for the remainder of the game. And so defense, we're going to have to shed some blocks and get in some tackles. They're just spreading us out a little bit to run the ball. So defense, inside guys are going to have to rally here.
Olympia has the ball at their own 39-yard line. Time is ticking away here with 4:40 remaining left in the game. They have a 1-point lead over South Kitsap, 15-14. They're staying in that spread offense. Bond is the lone setback. They're going to go with the shotgun snap. And he slips and falls. It was handed off to Bond. And he slipped and fell, and he's not going to have any gain on the play. In fact, I think he's going to lose 1. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Slippery rock on the tackle there. We were in pretty good shape on defense, so he had to cut back and
lost his footing.
South Kitsap looking to come up with a big defensive stop right here. Coming up on 4 minutes to play, trailing by 1, 15-14. Olympia coming out, spreading that offense out. Bond is the lone setback. Wilson, they're going to fake. They're going to hand the ball off to him one more time, but the penalty flags go flying, and that is going to be an illegal procedure call against Olympia.
Yep, that's right. They had a little bit premature up on the top of the screen, or up on the top of the field there by the inside receiver. He took off a little bit too early.
So South Kitsap looking to come up with a big defensive stop here. It's 2nd and 11. Now it's going to be 2nd and 16. They're pushing Olympia back, and they're going to have the ball at their own 33-yard line. Time is stopped here shortly. You're going to get the clock running here now with just under 4 minutes, 3:50 left in the game. 2nd and 16 for Olympia. And Wilson, they're going to throw a little screen pass. It goes in and out of the hands of Napo, goes right through his hands. But better yet for South Kitsap, that incomplete pass stops the clock.
That stops the clock. That's critical for us. That's definitely more important. I think it was a backwards pass. Did we lose some more yards on that one? Or?
I think you're right. It looked like it might have been a backward pass. But it's going to stop the clock nonetheless. South Kitsap does have 2 timeouts remaining. And, what do you do here in this situation, Coach? Do you throw it and maybe, or do you want to just run it? Keep that clock running.
Yeah, you got the lead. Your defense has had a great couple series. I think you want to make them burn timeouts. I probably would have ran it in the last down as well. So, but right here, they're going to punt it for sure.
Well, they did on this one. It's going to be 4th down. 4th and 16 for Olympia.
Unless we're, there we go. Now
there we go.
Back to 3rd. Okay, yeah, I thought it was 3rd down.
I was wondering what that call was myself, but Olympia just burned their 2nd timeout. They're down to 1. South Kitsap still has 2 timeouts remaining, but this is one of those situations where you want to be careful. You don't want to get too cute, and if you go for a pass and if it's incomplete, the clock might stop. But if you run, at least you could run some more time off the clock.
Yeah, for sure, and almost more importantly, you force the opponent to take timeouts, which they didn't do. So that's a bonus for, it's kind of a contrast, the way South Kitsap managed the clock at the end of the first half and how Olympia is managing the clock right now. I think they kind of, they probably should have run that ball on the last down so that the clock keeps going and force Coach Canton to use his timeouts. But as it stands, it looks like he's going to get to keep his timeouts.
Big 3rd down play right here. Wilson fakes, and he's going to go for the man out in the flat. And he's got Napo, and he's going to keep his head down, and he's going to go out of bounds, more importantly, which is going to stop the clock.
Yeah, that, again, is huge for the Wolves. We get to keep our timeouts. Clock stopped. They're going to punt it to us here. I don't think we could have asked for a better situation than that. Get the ball back with over 3 minutes and both our timeouts left. That's fantastic.
Olympia got to the 40-yard line. It's 4th and 9, but they will have to punt the ball away. South Kitsap will get the ball back here. 3:36 remaining in the game, trailing by 1, 15-14 as Olympia with the snap. It's a good snap, and it is up, and the kick is coming in. Bryce Broom is signaling a fair catch, and he will catch it. And there he is. There's going to be a penalty flag. Broom was signaling a fair catch, but an Olympia Bear was a little bit too close.
Yeah, I think he actually made contact. Boy, and what a great job of concentrating by Bryce Broom to catch that ball. They were touching face masks when the ball came down, so that's interference. So we're going to get some yards here. That's a good way to start.
He had the ball at the 36-yard line, and, the Olympia player was trying to hold back as much as he could so Broom could field the punt.
Yeah.
But he got a little too close, and like you said, Coach, I think that he might have even touched him on the play, and they're going to add another penalty to this.
We've seen it a couple times tonight. It's tough to judge where that ball's coming down when you're covering the punt, and so Bryce is fair catching running forward, and he just ran right into him. So great job of concentrating by Bryce, and then also real fortunate. Look at our field position. We're on the plus side of the field.
So add a 15-yard penalty, and South is going to have a 1st and 10 from the Olympia 49-yard line. 3:29 remaining here in the game. South Kitsap needs to get some points on the board, and Wiley, and he's tripped up. He stayed in the pocket, started coming up, but got tripped. And in fact, he's going to lose about 1 on the play, and he's right back at midfield where it's going to be 2nd and 11 for the Wolves.
Yeah, he saw a seam in there. The pass rush was coming. He saw a little seam, tried to run through it. It looks like they got their legs tangled up, and he went down.
South Kitsap coming out here. They're going to have to get something going here on offense with under 3 minutes now left in the game. Watley is going to drop straight back, and he avoids a tackler, stays on his feet, and he tries to get forward, and then a litter of yellow flags come flying down on the field. We'll have to check the penalty and see what this is. I don't know if it's going to be a holding call or not, but Watley was faked the handoff and started running to his right, escaped a would-be tackler. And we'll have to see what the penalty is, though. He got back to about the line of scrimmage near midfield. Oh, it's a personal foul face mask against Olympia. So they're going to tack 15 yards onto that.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened. It looked like he immediately took off running to his right. I didn't see pressure right away, but he saw something. And anyway, we kind of got bailed out a little bit by a penalty by Olympia. So
well, I think sometimes when you got those ball carriers that are running and you're pursuing, looking to tackle, and they kind of juke and jive out of the way, and you know, I think sometimes you just accidentally grab a face mask, and that's what it looked like happened right there. And South Kitsap's going to have the ball all the way down at the Olympia 35-yard line with 2:38 remaining. The clock is running. South Kitsap trails by 1. And they're going to fake the handoff. He's going to roll, and he's got a man out in the flat. Nice catch by Bryce Broom. He eludes the tackler, stays on his feet, and he's going to head over, and he's going to have a first down near the 20-yard line.
Boy, we've seen that for a couple weeks where we run a little play action and get Bryce out in the flat, and it hasn't worked real well tonight until then. What a great play by Kevin and Bryce to catch it. And then, just like we said earlier, really tough to tackle Bryce all by yourself, so he beat one tackler and got a bunch of extra yards on that play. So nice job.
South Kitsap will have a first down at the Olympia 19-yard line as time is ticking. 2:13 remaining here in the game, and the Wolves are on the move. They trail by 1, 15-14. They're going to hand the ball off to the tailback. Gascoigne gets to the outside, and he's going to try and get a little buck. Now he tries to cut up inside. He's going to gain 5 on the play, gets down to the 14-yard line. Nice room by Adam Gascoigne.
Yeah, very nice job of Adam initially bouncing it outside, finding a crease, and then turning it up and collecting those 5 yards. So good job.
South Kitsap on to move. They actually were stopped back, but got a face mask penalty against Olympia that really helped put him in good field position as they are on the move. Gascoigne is in the tailback slot, and they're going to pitch it to him. They're going to stay on that left side.
They've got
and
an
he's
edge.
got some blocking, and he cuts up, and a penalty flag was slided, and the ball was fumbled. South Kitsap will recover, but not until we check the penalty here, as that's probably going to be in the area of a hold, and those penalty flags came flying out quick.
It sure does look like that's where that spot's going to be, and boy, as nice as they had that edge sealed off, it looks like they're going to call holding. So a little bit more adversity to overcome, but
124 remaining here in the game. South Kitsap was driving. They got down to the 14-yard line, but a holding penalty is going to scoot them back. And the ball is going to be placed at the 24-yard line of Olympia. They still have very good field position, and South Kitsap still has 2 timeouts remaining, but they are on the move. Coach Canton is down there calling out the plays to his quarterback, senior Kevin Watley, as the clock is running. 1:20 left here. South trails only by 1. A field goal will do it. They would love to get in that end zone, give them a little extra cushion as they send Stoner and Simpson to the far side of the field. They're going to pitch the ball to Gascoigne, and they're going to look for the halfback pass, and he gets the ball off. Oh, and it's intercepted. The pass is intercepted by Olympia, and now a penalty flag comes flying in the backfield. They pitched the ball to Gascoigne, who was faked the run, and he pulled up, and he got hit right when he threw it, and the pass was intercepted by Olympia. Check the penalty, but I think it's a post-possession penalty.
Yeah, I think the flag came in after possession had transferred to Olympia, so it's going to be some kind of a dead ball maybe, or maybe a block in the back. But boy, Gascoigne trying to make a play. You know, they ran the pitch pass, and unfortunately got hit right as he threw it and fell a little bit short. Okay, so now they're waving it off. There is no penalty.
They are waving it off, and there will be no penalty. And so the third turnover of the night for the Wolves results in an Olympia possession. Now there are 59 seconds remaining. South Kitsap can stop the clock 2 more times, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to do it here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Olympia is going to be able to take a knee, and that'll be it.
South can try. They like I said, we've got 2 timeouts remaining here. Olympia has the ball back at their own 8-yard line where they have a 1st and 10, but all they will need to do is take a couple of knees, and they're going to be securing a potential victory right here. And they take a knee. South tries to get in there, but they are going to stop the clock. South burns their 2nd timeout. South used an earlier timeout early in the 3rd quarter as they had a 4th down play that they were discussing, and they ended up scoring from it. But they had 2 timeouts remaining as they're going to come over here, and all Olympia has to do, South can stop it 1 more time, but it could be all for naught here.
Yeah, it kind of depends on when they wind it after the next stoppage, the play clock in relation to the game clock. But it's going to be a very small discrepancy between the two. So
Olympia trailed the whole game until they scored their last touchdown, and they went for the 2-point conversion, and they converted, and so they lead South Kitsap 15-14. We also had an earlier missed field goal by South Kitsap, but things like that happen in games as they now break the timeout here. Olympia's got a 2nd and 11 from their own 7-yard line with 56 seconds remaining. They take the snap and take a knee, but there is a penalty flag that comes flying on the far side of the field, and we'll have to check the penalty to see. We're waiting for the officials, and it's going to be offsides on the defense.
Yeah, it looks like they got a little too close to the ball there, encroachment on the defense.
So they're going to scoot the ball forward. It'll be 2nd and 6 for Olympia, and it will be marked at the South Kitsap 11-yard line. Actually marked that at the 13, but Olympia's going to try. They're just going to take another. They're going to run a play here, and they're going to hand the ball off to Bond, and he cuts his way up, but he's going to have the 1st down, and that's going to give them plenty of room as the ball gets down to the 23-yard line. South Kitsap still has 1 timeout remaining, but Olympia is going to have a 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line, and that's pretty much going to do it. The clock is running. Olympia leads 15-14. South has 1 more timeout, but they can't stop it after that. They're going to take 1 more knee, and South is just going to let the clock run out with 23 seconds left. South Kitsap led the whole game, and then they come up just a hair bit short on the last drive. South was driving, got deep into Olympia territory, got all the way down to the 14-yard line. A holding penalty brought them back, and then they went for the pitch pass, the halfback pass, and the pass was intercepted. And Olympia is going to come away with a victory here. Olympia will run its overall record to 2-3. South Kitsap will drop to 3-2. And more importantly, Olympia is going to go 2-0 in league play, and South Kitsap will drop to 1-2. At this contest here tonight. But boy, I'll tell you, Coach, what a great football game here tonight from both sides.
Both teams played exceptionally hard. In the end, Olympia comes out on top, but definitely the season is not lost for the Wolves for sure. They're a little disappointed right now, but they've got plenty of games left, and so they're going to need to get ready to go next week. And then for Olympia, boy, after a real shaky start, rough start to their season, they've put together 2 real nice victories and came a long way to get this one. And so this is a big game for Coach Beatty and his staff, and I'm sure that Coach Canton will get his team squared away, and they got their work cut out and just got to get it organized for next week.
Well, and especially with the start of the season that South Kitsap has had, their first 5 games have just been maybe the toughest schedule in the entire state for all high school teams.
Yeah, for sure. Coming away from these first 5 games, 3-2, that's it's a victory. I know they don't want to hear it now, but to be 3-2 after the teams that they've played against, they're in good shape. They're going to be just fine.
Well, we would like to thank you for joining us here tonight. South Kitsap High School boys football game. We'd also like to thank the students of the video production program here at South Kitsap who made this television program possible. And again, the final score, Olympia 15, South Kitsap 14, and we will be back with the next home game again live here on SKTV channel 205 on September 28th. For the we will be back here for the homecoming game in October, as South Kitsap will have their final home game here of the season in a couple of weeks. So South Kitsap coming away, unfortunately, with a 15-14 loss to the Olympia Bears. So for DJ Sigurdsson, D-Coach, thanks for joining us here tonight in the booth. You did a great job.
Thanks for having me, Coach Bowden.
And we would like to thank everybody who watched on Channel 205 and watching the game that was streamlined through the Kitsap Sun website. And we will see you guys back here in a couple of weeks. And again, the final score, Olympia 15, South Kitsap 14. And we'll see you, everybody.